for lunch,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna go running later. But I'm okay.
good. I appreciate you coming on today. Just letting people know I'm ready. So hey, we're gonna start it off with you, okay? So the topic today, the prompt: do cheaters really change or just get better at hiding it? You have the floor.
They just get better at hiding it. Because to me, it is a psychological illness. A lot of people they like polygamy. They like to, have more than one, person that they deal with on a day to day. If this person's giving me a hassle, I'm gonna go with the other one. And a lot of times, it's like it's like more of like the thrill of the chase. And quite frankly, it dwindles down to, if you like the thrill of the chase so much, and you know that you're going to actively cheat, because some people, they like to have somebody that they're actively cheating on, but they're never going to tell them. But the thing is, the universe is always going to show signs to that other person, like, hey, this person's actually doing this, that, and the third. Little micro things are going to pop up where, and I think it's like more of like, it's a psychological thing from childhood. It stems from childhood a lot of the times, or it stems from certain amounts of trauma. Like, if you lived in a household where your daddy or your mama always cheated on your daddy, or your daddy always cheated on your mama, and you saw like a lot of people in and out the house, you gonna then, like, psychologically, even though you're not thinking of doing those things, it's stemming into your brain spectrum. And then you grow up, and then you start seeing yourselves having those tendencies. So it's like, for a woman, if a woman doesn't have a father, right? The trauma bond of the absent father is going to be, if she's not raised correctly by the mother of the home, is going to be detrimental for her. She will try to find that fatherly ambiance in each and every single man that she encounters. But she's not gonna care if she has one over here, one over there, one over there, and one over here. Who gives me much more of that fatherly type of emotional bondage that I need, because I have a void? So cheating is described as a definition, but the thing is, it's much more than just, I'm cheating. It's, a lot of people crave. It's like that. It's like that. It's like that succubus energy, that seductress energy. That you get what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's the fulfillment of trying to fulfill that lust, your flesh, and what you earthly desire. And so what happens is you don't really necessarily care about the person. You just care about you getting that satisfaction. Um,
Yes.
if you're someone that wants to keep doing it. Um, but I would say this, right? What would be a reason that someone would cheat? Like, for instance, right? I know you mentioned learned behavior because you mentioned family, right? I mean, it may things that you may see in the home, but some men and women would argue. Not, I'm not justifying it, but some men and women will argue, like, oh, they did things that they wasn't giving me anymore, so I stepped out.
Yeah.
I know you've heard that. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm gonna tell you 100%, just because I am a female. When we clock out, Emotionally and intellectually, we clock out. And we could still be living with you. We could still then, we go to a definitive aspect of now I'm tolerating you. If there's a man that is constantly belittling, verbally abusive, turned slightly into physical, or just emotionally like abusing in your intellectual mind, it depends on the woman, because not all women are like this. Some women say, you know what, I'm leaving. Bye. I don't tolerate this. But some other women, let's say that man told her, hey, listen, don't work. Take care of the kids. You gonna be in this house and you not gonna have to put in a dime. Only, you could do whatever you want to do. You could have your own business, whatever you want to do. Just, this is your home. This is the kid's home. Da 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 da. But that man he was good in the beginning and everything was fine. And then, let's say you got pregnant and then this man starts emotionally, just attacking your psyche, like attacking you as a woman, like making you go crazy, literally, like your mental. Then some women won't leave because of the material aspects that man is providing. Thank you for the rose. That man is providing for her. So then they decide to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I hear that.
and they decide to cheat, and it's behind closed doors because this man is like, this is her house, like she's not gonna lose that. Like, she'll probably be like, I'm smarter than to lose this, honey. I'm smarter. And that's a materialistic woman mindset. But if a woman that really doesn't care, she's gonna leave first and then she's gonna do what she wants to do. But it just depends on, because a lot of people cheat because they're being treated badly, but that doesn't make it okay. And that's like, that's a much more deeper situation than what I previously stated. But yeah, I'm done talking. I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get to the brother Charles. He just popped on the panel. Mr. Charles Vell, you there?
Yeah. I'm here, my man.
What's
How
going on,
everybody
brother?
doing? I'm
Good,
good.
good, good. What's
Yeah.
going on, brother, man? Good to have you back on the panel. So I got a question here, man. Do cheaters really change or just get better at hiding it? What's your thoughts, brother?
Excuse me. Well, yeah, I think once a cheater gets tired, like say a man, how when we're young, we have a lot of energy, and if a man spend 30, 40 years cheating, and he in his 50s now or whatever, you get tired, man. You get tired of emotional stuff, all the you just stop. A person can stop, but he has to want to stop. If they don't want to stop, then like you say, if they don't want to stop, then yeah, they'll just get better at it, better at hiding it, because men for the most part, we take care of women, so if you if you have a woman and she's every time she asks you for some money, every time she asks you for something, and you reaching in her pocket, breaking her off, and she's not never wanting for nothing, whatever you doing, evidently you can you handling it. Now if she asks you for something and you like, hey baby, can you wait till Friday? And see, your woman know what you got going on for the money. She know how deep your pockets are and stuff like that. So if she like, what you mean wait till Friday? That means you doing something you can't handle. Now it's a problem. Because remember back in the old days, we're gonna go back in the old days. Before monogamy, women just got with a man they could take care of. Wasn't no, men just did what they did. As long as they can handle it, is what it was. Women didn't complain about as long as she was straight. When monogamy came about obvious reasons for money, the courts did it, the government did it for money, money reasons, alimony, child support, get the chop. Uh, if the man can handle it, it's not a problem. She get to starving, bills ain't paid, and he doing too much. That's nowadays. And then like say if you got $800 million, you the host, say you got $800 million. Obviously, you have enough resources to take care of a plethora of families, right? But the particular woman that you with, she wants the whole 800 million for herself. She don't want you to share. Like, she don't want you to do none of that. And then if something was to happen to you, your demise, the 800 million go to her. To me, that's crazy. Like if you got all this money and she's straight, she got her whatever kind of car she wanted to drive, she not wanting for nothing, then why can't you, do what you're doing? As long as you ain't bring no diseases home, no babies, but that's not the case. But I think saying all that, because if a cheater's bringing problems, if a cheater's bringing problems in his play, the headache, the stress, yeah, they'll stop because they get older and you get tired of it. But as you say, they don't want to stop. They also get better at it. Like the lady was saying, she made a lot of good points. People have reasons why they cheat, stuff like that. But I think they can stop or they can get better.
Well, some people say, I know you've heard this before, once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't think that's true for everyone.
No.
I mean, it happens, right?
Yeah.
There are people who are like that. They, like you said, they can't stop. But I don't believe in absolutes. I don't think all the time it's always once a cheater, always a cheater.
Hey, what a guy told me one day, not to cut you off. I used to be a barber working in a barber shop.
Right.
I had a customer. He was like 75, old school. And I got a habit of, when I see older people, I always ask first, hey, give me some game, give me some knowledge, some keys to life. And so one day I was asking him about love. I said, man, what you think about love, man? Is it real? And I asked him what you were saying about cheating. He said, man, I cheated on my wife for 30 years straight. Every day I woke up thinking about the next, and then he was an older guy, like I said, but you could look at him and tell that he was an old, handsome guy. So if you look at him, you can tell back in the day, he was probably knocking him dead, right? So he said, man, I cheated on my wife every day for 30 years. Now, of course, he was 75. This was 2005. So he go back in the day, right? So back then, women wasn't doing a lot, but staying at home, cooking. He from that era. So he said, man, whether my wife knew it or not, she never said nothing. He said, one day I was laying in bed, man, I was looking at her. And he said he had an epiphany. This came on his mind. He said, and I realized, man, how much I loved her. Just looking at like, wow, I love this woman. And he said he stopped cheating and never did it again. Like,
It took 30 years for him to realize that.
30 years. You like you say, do they ever stop once you get tired? I guess he got tired. He was, like I said, he's from the old school where the women weren't doing nothing, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids. They didn't have a lot of rights, you know what I mean? So, in that era, y'all know how that goes. So, yeah, a man was doing their thing, but then he said it took 30 years, man, for just, I love this. Why am I doing her like this? And he said he just stopped.
Because back in the day, women didn't want to. It was like, as long as he's good in the home, I don't care what he doing outside. Back in the day, they didn't want to say nothing.
Right.
They should stood their ground. They let their man be free and wild with the wolves out there and the women that they flocking. But as long as that man's coming home, that's all that matters. Remember, man is a hunter by nature.
Yeah. And he was telling me a lot about monogamy too. He was like, no, back in his day, wasn't no really such thing as monogamy. My man just did what they did. You know, you made kids. He said a lot of times women knew about each other, but like I say, long as they were taking care, they ain't really trip. You know, one reason none they said too much because they couldn't do too much. You know, in society.
That's what my grandma, she was like, man, your grandfather, he would go out, he would do this, that, and the third. And as long as he got home, that's all that I cared about. I knew that he was doing dirt, but I had kids to take care of. I had this to take care of. And I said, man, I don't know how you did it all them years.
Yeah, because you know what? What's your name? Star.
Software.
Okay, Star 6. The thing about now, and I get it. Like most women don't really need men financially because they make their money, so they're not gonna put up with none of that. You know, they go about their business. They want to get somebody that's gonna be with them, and that's understandable. But especially now, they like with social media. Social media made the world smaller. You know, people meet people all in DMs, flying people out. It's crazy now. So, if I meet a girl in California, man, you look good, baby, know what's up. And she give me some rhythm. You know what I mean? It's hard now to just,
Right.
everything in your face, That's the big thing. Social media kind of made everything wild. It made it real wild out here. The people, why you got the women on OnlyFans, they all on Twitter making that. Man, it's crazy.
There's too much competition out here.
Ooh, Lord.
Too
Man, it's
much.
crazy. Yeah, I'm 54. I've been married, 25 years. I'm not in the dating game. I don't worry about it. But I got nephews, and they tell me all about it. It's crazy out here.
Yeah, let me get to the brother Zacchaeus. Let me get him in the conversation. Zacchaeus, what up, brother?
Hey, what's good over here? Just at work right now. It's cooling out, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You see the topic, man. You know, yes.
Yeah.
Yesterday's Monday night show on YouTube was fire, man.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It was cool, man. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
So I had to hurry up. And for those who are listening right now, Fifth at Night, my YouTube show, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 Central on my YouTube channel. All right, Fifth General TV.
Yeah, man.
So you see the topic, right? Do cheaters really change or just get better at hiding it? What you think, brother?
Oh, that's a good topic. Not really. If they want to change, they change. But most cheaters are. You have to understand that they're self-centered, narcissistic, and they only think about pleasing themselves. So it's and they're manipulative. So at times they just get better at it. That's because you're a serial killer, like what the Temptations sing about. Papa was a Rolling Stone. They get better. They get better at it. After the time roll on, they get better at it. They have without access to social media and everything. They just get better at covering it. They just get better at covering it because if a person is narcissistic and that goes along with cheating because remember cheaters only think about themselves. So they have ways of concealing their cheating on their mates or their spouses. They have ways of doing it, and more ways than one. And remember with explosion of social media, they can do it that way too. So it's more ways than one. They get, and as time goes on and technology gets better, they get better at it. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Eventually, they get caught because whatever's in the dark comes to light. But they advance. So I would say yes to that question. Yeah.
Hey, Zacchaeus, I said this earlier before you got on. You know how people say, once a cheater, always a cheater? Do you
Yeah.
believe that's all? Do you believe that's always true?
And not always, because they do have some people that do change. They do have people that say, you know what, I need to change. They look at themselves in the mirror. Not a lot of people. It's only a small portion of people that do that. They say, you know what, I need to evolve. I need to get better. Especially when they get the revelation of, especially when they get they accept God into their life. It's like they know they need that transformation, and then they change. But after, yeah. So that saying is somewhat true. It's not all the way 100% true, because people can change, yes, if they want to change, yes,
Yeah, that's all. That's what it boils down to.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
man. I'm a land right there, man.
Well, I got one more before you land, right? So I was talking to Brother Charles, and I was saying, like, you know, what are reasons that people use to cheat in a relationship? What do you think?
Oh man, there's so many. There's some the attraction. Sometimes they lose the attraction for their spouse or their person that they date, and they lose that excitement. Being unfulfilled, because some people believe that somebody can make them happy. They believe that the person can make them happy, so they feel unfulfilled, so they step out. They feel they're not getting enough from that person, so they step out. Circumstances and situation. Sometimes the person don't have enough resources to wine and dine, so they look at elsewhere. Or for some people like a lot of attention. Sometimes they feel that their significant other or their person that they're dating is so busy they don't have time for them, so that gives them a green light to cheat. It's so many. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is just leave the relationship, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel like you're gonna cheat on your girl, your wife, I mean, like, don't submit to that part of your flesh, man. Like, just if it's gonna be like that, man, just leave the relationship, man, because I feel like you do more worse than good when you cheat on someone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What do people think about that?
Yeah, you do worse.
It do worse because you see it affects all around. Let's say if you have kids with that significant other or spouse, you're not only hurting her, but you could hurt the kids too. Because you see, when you step out, you just ruin the whole dynamics of your family. And not only that you ruin the relationship between you and your significant other, it can be ruined between your kids too, because once they won't know, the kids feel the tension. The kids and remember the kids are when you think kids are not looking, they're looking. And they're looking for you as an example, as the example so they can follow. And they know that mommy or daddy, they're not treating each other good, and there's tension in the home. The kids feed off of that energy, and then when when you separate, they really feel it too. You feel it. The person that's been left feel it too, but the kids feel it too. The young kids feel it too. So not only affect that person that you're cheating on, you affect the whole household, the whole structure of the home. You affect too. So that's why I say cheaters are selfish, self-centered, and then most of them are narcissistic. They only think about pleasing themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, Brother Charles, what you think?
Uh, yeah. I think it hurts. Yeah, it hurts everybody, man. Especially the kids. Like I said, the kids be watching. But I like back in the day when people was doing it, like what I know now is when you do that type of stuff, you go out and you be with people, you pick up spirits and stuff, man. And on the spirits latch on to you.
Yeah,
That's the scary part right there. Years ago we didn't know that, right? Now we know that. That's
right.
why I keep my butt in the house. I don't do that. So I tell you, man, because you wonder why people be crazy. Everything you do is a spirit to it.
Yes. Amen to that. Yeah. Facts. Yeah.
Yeah, drugs too.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say that word
Hundred
on
percent.
TikTok, but
100%.
yeah, substance abuse and stuff like that. Like you talk about, intercourse with others and all that. And outside of your marriage and all that. Now, you right about that, man. You bring that in your home, and then now your home is full of strife, and you wondering why.
Yeah, disarray. Yeah,
That's real.
that's a fact. Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what cheating can do. Yeah.
So I wonder, man. Like, do we live in a culture where, where cheating is like, you know, either in one section it's glorified, by others, and then on the other side it's like, condemned. Like, I'll explain it this way. Like, sometimes people will say, "Oh, well, if that's why you had to cheat, then that was a good reason. I can understand that, you know, but don't cheat on a good, don't cheat on a good relationship. Cheat on a bad relationship. But my thing is, get out of that bad relationship if that's the case. I mean, why is the solution? Let me go ahead and step out because I'm in a bad relationship. Just you shouldn't be in a bad relationship anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all think?
It's definitely a choice, man. You you gotta know your self worth. Respect yourself because if you don't respect yourself, man, I mean, you're definitely not gonna respect you like that.
Yeah, you sound muffled, brother.
Oh yeah, you can hear me good now.
Yeah, you a little better now. Go ahead and say what you were
Yeah,
saying.
if you don't respect, you gotta know your self worth and
Yeah.
respect yourself. Because if you don't respect yourself, no one can respect you. I mean, you stay in a relationship that because of convenience, you stay in it because you're comfortable, complacent, and you know what complacency can do? Can keep you, it can put you into that normal, thinking it's normal for you to be cheated on and normal for you to be abused and cheated on and lied to all the time. So you stay in that and you stay in complacency, and then now next thing you know, now it's the norm to you, and and if you have kids, they see that too. They feed off of that too. It's a spirit that you feed, and like what the brother say, man. And if you don't know your self worth, man, you can stay in that for a long time, thinking there's a norm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me pose a question, man. Can can uh can relationships and marriage survive cheating if the person really actually changes? What do y'all think?
It depends on the situation because if you step out and had a kid with somebody else on your spouse, you had a kid with somebody else, then that's hard to change. That's very difficult to work out. But even if a person is a serial cheater and you bring something home, and I mean something, you know what I mean, but I say bring something home bad for your body.
Yep.
That's bad too. You can't change it. Some things you do, you just can't change. And sometimes it's just too late. Some mistakes you make is just unchangeable.
Yo, what about this, right? Somebody cheats, right? They forgive them, they stop cheating, but they're like, "Well, let me get my revenge back, and then we even." What do you say about relationships that are like that?
Man, they're not sustainable. Because a tick for tack is never sustainable. It only gets worse because when it's a tick for tack, then what it does is there's a thing called depreciates the relationship between you and her, and eventually it comes to a point where it's come to a point where the disrespect is out of this world, that you actually see her, or he actually see you, laying in bed with somebody else. They caught him in bed with somebody else in your place of residency. That's how tick for tack can get. Tick for tack can never solve the situation. Never. It just make matters worse. Unless you have an open relationship, but that's a different topic altogether. It just makes matters worse.
Yeah, open relationships is a whole nother problem. And you know, we had a topic about that on TikTok a while ago. It was Mila's topic about sharing your partner and stuff like that. That's just all over the place. You know, but because at that point it's not cheating, y'all are open. But Jesus Christ. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, but a lot of things may be hard to come back from. But this is what I feel, right? If you forgave someone for cheating and you go back and you get your revenge, I don't think you really forgave them.
No, you didn't.
You just want to get
No.
even. And then check this out. You getting even at one time could start to the person who was cheated on becoming the cheater themselves now. And now
Exactly. Yeah.
now they're out of control.
Yeah. Yeah. Gets out of control.
You know,
Overwhelmingly out of control.
they'd
Yeah.
be like, I'll take you back, but let me go ahead and do my thing real quick. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a tick for tack at some. And like I said before, things can get out of hand. Next thing you know, the tick for tack. Next thing you know, she comes up. Oh, I'm expecting. Come on, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So that's that's it gets. You don't want to do that. Tick for tack is a no zone. In no way, it never works.
Yeah.
Because you can forgive a person, because you know the movie. There's a movie. What is it? The Diary of a Mad Black Woman, where she forgave him. She forgave him. She forgave Charles for abusing her at the end, but she moved on. She forgave him, but she moved on. And the thing is that if you forgive, does it mean that you have to stay if you forgive? And that's the question, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, you know, if it turns into I got to get my revenge, then you know, I just felt like at that point, you got to just end the relationship. But you know, some men and women will say, okay, well, I guess I gotta put up with it because I did cheat on him first.
Yeah.
You know, but to me, that's just a toxic situation anyway. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. It's a toxic situation. It becomes toxic, yeah. And that's the quality of your relationship. You may stay together with them for a long time. But remember, it's the quality, not the quantity. Some people think it's, oh, I've been together with somebody for so long. Yeah, but you're celebrating just the quantity. But the quality is not there, because if you have to do tick for tack and cheat, and you just, she cheat on you cheat on her, she cheat on you cheat on her, you cheat on her, you cheat, and it's, what are you saying to each other?
Yeah, just go ahead and just be with other people and split.
Exactly. Hurting each other just for tick for tack, and then you're
It's just not ideal, you know.
no.
Yeah. Dr. Love, how you doing, Dr. Love?
Hey, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. I have a very interesting topic today. Do cheaters really change or just get better at hiding it? What do you think?
Um, you've heard of the saying "once a cheat, always a cheat."
Yeah,
And
I brought that up.
I do kind of believe in that now. I think, when someone just cheats once in their life and they really regret it, then I think they can put a stop to it because they realize, they gave in to temptation and they'll never do it again. But people who are historically people who, have a wandering eye and have cheated in previous relationships and continue to do so, it's more to do with their mindset, because somewhere along the line, they accepted the fact that it's okay to cheat. It's no big deal. Do you get what I mean? So their way of thinking is that it's all right, dad did it, so-and-so did it. It's all right, I can do it. So those people find it very difficult to change. I think he got a call. So I think it does depend. But I think if it's a historical cheater, and when he gets caught, I think he just becomes better at hiding it, definitely. And you know, you're back.
Yeah, I heard you. I had to answer a text. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think they can historically. 1 minute. Sorry, Chase. Chase. My dog's just gone into the kitchen. He knows he's not allowed. He knows I'm distracted. Let me just get him out. Wait. Out. Out. Come on. Thank you. Sorry. So yeah, I think they, if they're historical cheaters, I think they do get better at hiding it. You know, and it's harder to catch them. Definitely. But it is a mindset. Definitely is a mindset.
So, what are reasons that, well, reasons, excuses, we can frame it anyway. What are the reasons or excuses that people use when they step out on their significant other?
I think the classic ones are, you know, my needs weren't being met. That's the classic one that is normally used, where, you know, I wasn't getting the attention or I wasn't getting the time, and, you know, I was feeling weak and vulnerable and it was an accident, or I had too much to drink and I wasn't thinking, you know, it was just this once. Those are the normal stuff that cheaters will normally use. But what's really important to understand is what I said earlier on, which is if the cheater has a self-concept or has a belief that it's okay to cheat, you know, because they've grown up watching it. One of their parents may have cheated in their relationship. They saw it. They saw how mum or dad reacted to it, accepted it, maybe stayed in it. They start framing certain behaviors as that's okay. Then they are likely to be more open to that concept of doing it. And yeah, they're not going to obviously do it in your face because they know that most people wouldn't accept it, but they'll be more okay with it in doing so. So I think you've got the normal reasons, and then there is the deep rooted reason, which is it's almost it's okay to cheat. It's no big deal. It's, you know, that's how we are kind of thing. So I think it depends on the person.
Yeah, I peeped that. Let me I'll get back to that. Let me get to somebody new who just jumped on. Your name JT?
Sure, how you doing?
What's going on, brother? Hey, I just like to just explain the rules for people who are new on my panel, okay? And that is on here, you know, no cursing, no foul language, and you know, just respect each other, okay? All right, so we'll get into the topic, all right? Do cheaters really change or just get better at hiding it? What you think, brother?
I think it's both. I think it's both because it's always two different type of people. You know what I'm saying? You got people that live for the hunt. I would say, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So I got an uncle. That's all he do, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all he do. So, okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, my bad. All right, but yeah. I got an uncle. That's all he do. I always grew up seeing him do his certain dirt and all that type of stuff, man. And growing up as a young man, coming up under him and other men that I see around me, you know what I'm saying? That was just what you did, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily to try to hurt the other person, but that you did what you wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? So he would never change. And I'm talking about I see him every weekend when I go pick my kids up. So he would never change. He gonna do what he do. You know what I'm saying? May become a time and a point where he do change, but he won't. Now me, I'm 36 years old, man. As a young guy, I cheated. I did what I wanted to do, but I'm married now. And the way I looked at it is, I was the reason why most of my relationships didn't work, regardless of the fact. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if I got caught or if I didn't, because when you do wrong gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to be with somebody and I'm cheating on them, even if they didn't know it, I'm gonna still end up losing them some type of way. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. So now it's like, man, I want to be with somebody. I want to have a fresh start with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I vow to never cheat on this person, even though I may still have those desires. You know what I'm saying? The desires don't die. You feel what I'm saying? None of that goes away. You still want what you want. You see somebody that you may
feel like, okay, that was my type back in the day, that's still your type. You know what I'm saying? But you have to make the choice not to do so. So that's what I do every day. I choose my wife over all desires. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is working great for us, and that's how I want it to stay.
Nah, that's real. That's real, man. I was saying, before you got up here that, you hear that thing that people say for years, once a cheater, always a cheater. Me personally, I don't believe in absolutes, right? So I do believe that there's a pocket of people who can change, and then there's the ones that refuse to. I mean, what do you say about that? Do you think always once a cheater, always a cheater?
Oh nah, cause like I said, man, I was a cheater. I'm talking
Right.
about, man, that's even though I was with somebody in every relationship up until my last 2 relationships, that's when I changed my mindset. That's all I wanted. If I seen something, if any woman gave me the go ahead, oh man, the green light, I'm going through it. Point blank period. It was no questions asked. I don't care. I don't even care how I felt afterwards. You feel bad, but it's like, man, hey, I did what I needed to do though. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I wanted to do. So I've changed. You feel what I'm saying? I can confidently say that I've changed. So yeah, you're right. It's definitely a pocket of people that have a different mindset, a different outlook on life that's gonna change. And they're like, no, I'm not gonna do these things no more. I'm cool and I'm great with what I have. You know what I'm saying? Because it's nothing out there. And you have the other people that's gonna be like, hey man, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. I love it over here. And that's just is what it is.
Yeah, I can get with that. Anybody else got anything to add to that, or ask or anything? Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Zacchaeus. Go ahead.
Oh yes, I agree with him, man. People, if they want to change, they change if they want to change. I mean, and you have to ask yourself, is it really worth it to be running around and sleeping with this person, that person, this person, and that person? You gotta ask yourself a question: what do I value? Do I want to evolve, or do I want to stay the same level? Do I want to stay the same level that I'd see all the other some people doing, or do I want to evolve? Do I want to change to be a better person and set an example for my kids, or being that kind of stand up kind of guy that represent for the Lord and represent righteousness? Do I want to stay a cheater, a rolling stone, or somebody that run around from this place to that place? What quality of life do you get anyway when you do that? That's the question you have to ask yourself.
And Peep Game, the brother admitted, hey, he's a changed man.
Yes, absolutely.
So he's a witness to that.
He's a witness. Yeah.
Most definitely. Like, even now, like when I got with her, man, we shared locations. She got the password to my phone. I got the password to her phone. It's like, what people don't understand is way better on this side. You know what I'm saying? When you have no worries, because cheating is a sport and it's tiresome. You know what I'm saying? It's stressful. You always gotta watch your phone. You always gotta come up with a better way to do it. Man, that's stressful, man. Man, I'm pretty sure anybody that has cheated and you've been in a relationship, as soon as your significant other asks for your phone, your heart go to beating like, man, whoever I'm messing with, please do not text or call me.
That's true. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking, your anxiety go through the roof, man. I'm talking, you go to sweating, you go to acting funny, then your girl look at you, your man look at you, man, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing, man. Let me go and get that. Let me go and get the device back from you real quick.
I'm not even done. Why you acting like that? She like, who's Tanya?
Right, yeah. They're like, I don't know no Tommy. Who is Tommy? When you become friends with a Tommy, and Tommy is really Tanya in code name. Man, I'm telling you, man, I done did it all, man. I'm talking about, I used to have an app on my phone that was a calculator app. It was looked to be a calculator. I type in a code, boom, a whole slur of messages come up. You know what I mean? So man, look here.
Wow, that's devious.
That was, man, I'm telling you, man, when you want what you want, you find ways to do it. And it goes for both ways, both sides.
Yeah. Dr. Love, you had something?
Yeah, I wonder, is cheating actually a sport? I don't know if people go out to cheat as a mindset. You know, I'm going out tonight, I'm going to cheat. I personally don't think that's how it rolls. I think it becomes very circumstantial. You know, it
He,
could be you're
he could be
talking to
speaking from a
someone.
man's perspective.
Yeah, I think I'm coming from a woman's. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Do men go out and think, oh, it's Saturday night tonight, Mrs. is at home, I'm going to go out and cheat? I don't know if a man actually thinks that out. From a woman's
That's
perspective, I'm thinking he goes out, he's had a bit to drink, or someone's looked at him, he's feeling like he's getting attention. So I don't know. Is that how men think?
I wouldn't say much. I wouldn't say all men, but of course, when I said a sport, it's the feeling of the chase. You know what I'm saying? Chasing somebody and actually getting what you want. That feeling, like when you got with the person that you're with, the feeling that you got with them. Some people want to relive that over and over and over and over. It's almost like an addiction. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I could have worded it a little bit better. It is more of an addiction of chasing a high that you want to have all the time.
And I think the other thing is, I think, you know, people who cheat have less willpower, you know, because I think in order not to cheat, willpower is also needed, discipline's needed, right? Because like the gentleman was saying, it's easy to go and flirt and cheat, and then you have to spend the rest of your time trying to hide your, you know, footsteps. So then it's not easy. But I wonder if it's more to do with controlling your discipline, being more disciplined and having stronger willpower. I wonder if those are the people that actually don't cheat because they have stronger willpower and discipline.
Hey, Dr. Love, I don't know if you ever heard this where you from or where you currently live, right? You ever hear the term, if you'll lie, you'll cheat, and if you'll cheat, you'll steal?
Say that again?
If you'll lie, you'll cheat, and if you cheat, you'll steal.
You'll steal?
Mm-hmm.
No, I've never heard that before.
So it's like a connection of activities, they say. So people who are liars typically at some point will cheat at something in life, and if you cheated at something at life, you will steal you will steal something at some point at life. It's almost like a relative kind of connection of events. So I think what happens is that there are signs before a person actually cheats, is what I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
The lying may start first, right? And then the cheating will come next. You get what I'm saying? Maybe not all the time, but in order to cheat in a relationship and to keep cheating, you have to what? Lie.
Be a very good liar, yeah.
There you go.
Interesting.
And so it's an interesting thought, you know?
It's interesting. I was speaking to a young lady today who's a lot younger than me. She's like 22. And we were just talking about the difference in the dating era. And what she was saying was her generation, the way they view dating now, there's a lot of lying, there's a lot of cheating, there's a lot of swapping. They've got no consistency, whereas people from my era are more judgmental, maybe. You know, there's a difference, but the younger generation, certainly, there's so much switching going on and cheating and lying that they come in and out of relationships a lot quicker.
So you mean like there's less shame from your generation, is that you're saying? Because in your generation, there was more shame. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know about the older generation. I think I was more making a point about the younger generation, because in our generation, we find it harder to maybe date. Whereas the younger generation, like the conversation was about social media and would you date on social media? And the older people were a bit more skeptical of doing that, right? Because they were like, oh no, social media, this, that. But the young lady was saying, well, you see, my year, we're 22. This is how we meet. They meet on social apps, you know. It's very normal for them. It's the way they interact, like off Insta, TikTok, Facebook. That's how they get into relationships. But what she was saying was they come out of relationships just as quickly. And she also said there's a lot of cheating and swapping and partners, and that's like a common theme within the younger generation, which I thought was quite interesting. Since we're talking about a topic of, would we cheat and do people change? And I'm thinking, well, if they're starting off so young and it's the norm, where's that going to lead to? Is anyone actually going to be in a relationship and just be one-on-one? Or is polygamy the way forward?
I could speak to probably. I brought up the word shame because you said judgmental, right? So part of shaming is judgment, right? So what you're speaking to is how things are going now is that there's less judgment, so there's less shame for what people are doing. Like here in America, we say there's no shame in my game, right? But really, the thing is that shame has prevented, like there was more of a culture of shame back when I was younger, and I'm only 39, right? So when I was a kid, because I was raised by the old school had that, right? And it was, let's just say you did do something, you didn't brag about it, you didn't tell it. That's something that people didn't find out until you almost was on your deathbed. As whereas now people are just all out in the open with it. And shame back in the day has prevented people from doing certain acts. Oh, don't do that because that'll bring shame to your family, shame to your neighborhood, shame to your community,
Yes.
shame to your culture.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that standard that used to be there is gone. Oh, it's very little.
Also, I think it's also a thing of everything kind of being more out in the open. A lot of people say that the older generation, they didn't do certain things and all that, and I look at it like this: they did do it, you just didn't see it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Nothing has changed from generation to generation other than boldness. You know what I'm saying? People are more bold to go ahead and do it. That doesn't mean that they do it more. It's just that back then you didn't have social media, so therefore, if somebody was cheating, like say for instance, I'm from Mississippi. I live in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? So if you lived in Mississippi, I would say in my grandparents' era, when you travel to the next town over, you can mess with somebody in the next town over and nobody know. You know what I'm saying? Only you may be seen by one other person, but that other person has to be traveling like you. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I believe it was done more back then than it's done now because you have no record of it from back then. You have all the record now. You know what I'm saying? So, but that goes with everything in society. You have more record now than you have back then. So nothing is done more. It's just seen more. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, man. Good point. Right, because I mentioned that they did it, but they didn't brag about it. So, like for instance, right, as an example, like the whole 304 culture, right, in terms of like having so many intercourse partners.
Ladies of
Man,
the night.
right. Women who are outside of being prostitutes. Women never bragged about how many bodies they had, but the young women these
Right.
days, oh man, they'll get up on social media after they just got done getting smacked by a guy,
Yeah.
and then we'll do a
Yeah.
review. I mean, it's about the intercourse they just had. Like, it's that open. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's a thing of, modern women wanting to one up a man because they think that because some men feel like they can do whatever, they feel like they can do whatever. But they are not hardwired like we are. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if we are doing these things, yeah, we may brag about it, but that's in some of our nature. That's a masculine nature. You know what I'm saying? It's not a feminine nature to do this and do that with whoever and brag about it. That's never been in a feminine nature. So their mindset is more masculine now. So that's why they do that.
Yeah, you got a point. It's the if it's okay for a guy to do it, why can't I? Well, look,
Yeah.
there are many double standards out here that go in the favor of women or go in the favor of men, and that particular thing is not in the favor of women, especially if she
Right.
still wants to get
Right.
married. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so that's
They don't understand that.
right, right. I'm not giving it a pass for men, but I'm just saying, because I don't support it for
Right.
men either. But what I'm saying is, if a woman was to come on here and talk about how many bodies she got and still wants to be marketing herself as some wholesome wife, a man's going to be like, I ain't marrying that, right? So that's one thing.
Right. Yeah.
In terms of the cheating thing, that too. If a woman was to come up here and say that she was a habitual cheater, oh, and she's trying to still market herself as being a future wife. Oh, please, men are gonna look at that. And they're gonna be like, really? Nah. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just one of those things.
Right.
It's
I
just one,
100% agree with that.
right. And like the brother Charles was up here earlier. He said, "Yeah, you bragging about all these bodies, but it's spiritual too. You letting all these spirits live within your body, and then now you bring it into the next relationship or back to the relationship you was in, and you wondering why everything is all in strife and disarray. You're doing things you never thought you never do, because when you stepped out with that other person, what that person got is now on you, and you're now bringing that back. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is all over the place. You just what they say, a cesspool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Sometimes.
right, exactly. A lot of people don't believe in that, but that's real. You know what I mean? And you gotta free yourself from that. You know what I mean? And it's like, but I also kind of want to say this, right? So you hear this, right? Just to kind of still keep on topic, but just kind of going this way. You hear people say all the time, men and women cheat, but women are better at cheating. It's not that
Oh yeah.
right. It's not so much that they cheat more, but they say that women are better at not getting caught. I mean, what do people feel about that?
Oh man. I feel like women aren't better. They just have more opportunity. You could be better at anything if you have more opportunity to do it. And this is why I say that. For a man, every woman that he sees, say he see 10 women, maybe 1 or 2 will try to talk to him. He's trying to talk to all 10. For a woman, she's always trying to be talked to. So all thing she can say is yes or no. She can say yes to all 10 and set
So
it up
true.
where she don't get caught. That's very easy to do. You know what I'm saying? But when you're chasing, we have to put in work. We have to put in work to talk to somebody. But man, a woman don't have to put in work. You just gotta be.
Man, great point.
I mean, this conversation will probably end up somewhere else, but in today's generation, again, you are finding less and less men chase, not even chase, pursue. There are still some, but especially in the UK, the attitude you see of men is, they want to be pursued, they want to be chased.
That's true.
Well,
It's
I
quite
got
comical, really, but
That's true.
the roles have really changed.
I got a little bit of pushback to that. I feel like if
Hey, hold on, Long Days. You gotta wait for a
oh,
second,
my
all
bad,
right?
brother.
It's okay. I'll bring you in. Just 1 second. Go ahead, Dr. Love.
Yeah, so I think, in the UK especially, there's a lot of men who I know it's a really derogatory term, but they're called princesses, because they want the woman to pursue, they want the woman to send the first text, they want the woman to make the first phone call. So the attitudes have really, really changed, even just generationally. And if we're talking about judgment, in our era, there was more judgment, so we were a bit more cautious because we didn't want to bring shame to the family or the culture or whatever. Nowadays, it just feels like the judgment's still there, but there's no shame. You know, people will still do what they want to do, but they'll do it with hidden frames and behind people. And now it's slightly harder to do that because of all the technology we have. So I don't know if it's changed or whether it was always like this, but it wasn't as obvious. Because I remember as a child staying at my sister's house, and I remember where my sister used to stay, and my bedroom used to be at the back. And at night I could never sleep, so I used to star watch and the sky watch. And I remember seeing neighbours late night, you know, husband's gone to work, and then the neighbour from 10 doors away is popping in the middle of the night, you know, where the light comes on the door. And I remember seeing that and then almost keeping a diary. I was like a curtain twitcher to see what was going on. And I knew exactly what was going on in the neighbourhood. So that was still going on then. But we didn't have the devices that are now, you know, like location, put them into Google, you could do a full search, you can ring the police and do a background check. There are now just more facilities. So maybe a little bit harder, but I think it was the same, you know, even back then. You know, you couldn't text 10 women and say good morning. Like now you can put good morning, gorgeous, and you could send the same message to 10, 20 women. And they'll be none the wiser. Back then, it was slightly harder, you know? So I think it's just times have changed. Have people really changed? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. All right, Long Days, you there? Long Days. He must be doing something. Probably got a phone call or a text. Oh, Long Days, you there? Oh no, that wasn't him.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. I'll get the Long Days when Long Days, when you ready, just speak up, all right? Hey, Zacchaeus, you had something you wanted to say as well?
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Men are doing less. I'm gonna kind of what you call it
Piggyback,
piggyback off of what
Dr.
young
Love.
lady said from the UK, man. Yeah, even here, men are less chasing now. Times has changed. I think I believe some men value their peace more than just chasing after women now. It's different now. And other women are talking about, yeah, and you're right, the women talk about the body counts and all that stuff. We're living in a different generation from when we came up. From the 80s and 90s. We're living in a different generation, you know. So yeah, this definitely changed a lot. You see it. The landscape of dating has changed. Yeah, man. So
Do you know, I have a theory why women are, you know, like what you guys are saying, are a bit more open about things like body count as opposed to maybe my time. I think because women in my time, talking about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, we actually wanted to be married. We were raised to raise a home, look after our husband, look after our children. We were raised that way. And marriage was important. It held a sacred union. And now I think it's very different. I think when you speak to people now, marriage isn't a big thing. They don't actually want to get married because when you ask them, you know, what is marriage to you? And marriage, I guess, has always been a contract. I get that. It takes the romance out of it, but I understand why people say that. But nowadays, people are like, why do I want to get married when she's going to go for half of what I own? But back in the 20 years ago, I don't think men thought of it that way. They didn't think, oh, if I marry her and it doesn't work out, she's going to leave me, I'm not going to have the kids. It was like we were going to be ride or dies. But now, I think because of the culture, the way things are now, people, A, don't value marriage or the sacred bond or what it represents. And I don't think they're too keen on losing things that they've built. They don't want to lose them by marrying and being with someone who could possibly take it all. And I think the third thing is women are now getting to a stage where they have become more financially independent. They don't have to rely on the man, which is something that in my time you still had to do pretty much. I don't think they rely on the men in that way anymore. So they are more free to choose. And therefore, back in my days where you wouldn't say I've slept with 3 men because your partner might think, wow, that's a lot of men, right? Whereas now someone will say, yeah, I've had 3 partners, 4 partners. What's the big deal? Do you see what I'm trying to say, where I'm trying to get at?
Oh yeah, more like
Yes, ma'am.
30, 40 years ago.
You're right.
You talk about like 1980s, 19. Well, I would say 1990s, 1980s, late
Yeah, I'm a lot
1970s.
older. Yeah, I'm a lot older than you. So I'm
Oh, you are?
I
No,
am older than you, yes.
I don't believe that. You don't know how
Um,
you
No.
don't know how old Zacchaeus is.
he said he was 36. Not Zaki. Sorry, I thought JT was talking. I remember him saying 36.
Oh, okay.
I'm not ashamed to admit I was born in 73, so
Okay, so you're nearer my age. I'm 77.
okay.
Yeah. So even our age, we still had those hopes. We still had those desires, wanting to be married, thinking we're going to be with our partner forever, till death do us part. And we
Yes.
valued what married meant. I know I did when I first got married. I didn't think
Yeah.
it'd ever end. I thought I was going to get buried together and all those good things. But life takes a turn and things change and shit happens. But I know when I speak to women of now, and you say, "Oh, when you're getting married," they look at you like, "Are you crazy? Why would I get married? Like,
Yeah.
why would I get married? I could just be with someone and not get married. I don't have to risk losing anything, you know?" There's
Yeah.
a fear. There's a fear now.
Hey, real quick, I want to see if Long Days is ready. Long Days, are you there? I've been trying
Yeah,
to
I'm here.
get.
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
Okay, good. All right. Hey, let me get you in the conversation. All right. So, just a few rules for people who are new on my panel, because you've never been here before, and that is on here: no cursing, no foul language. Okay, and just respect each other.
Yeah, no problem.
So you can answer the prompt first, and then you can retort to what your thought was, because I know you had pushback for something. So the prompt is: do cheaters really change, or just get better at hiding it? What are your thoughts, brother?
The thing about it is, I know a lot of us like to think that people are just dead set in this way. But yeah, people can change. You know what I'm saying? Like being a young man, you make mistakes. Being a young woman, you make mistakes. And as you get older, you adjust to it. Maybe you were doing it, and somebody did it back to you. You didn't like that feeling, and then you swore not to do it. In today's environment, I'll be very transparent. You really need to define what cheating really is for a lot of people, because I've seen, not trying to pick on the ladies, but I've seen a lot of young ladies get angry and frustrated about men they're not in committed relationships with. You know what I mean? Sorry about that. Like they'll say, "Oh yeah, he cheated on me," but how can someone cheat on you if you're not even in a committed relationship? Um, so when it comes down to this conversation, sorry about that. When it comes down to this conversation, and I'll just try to keep it quick. Yeah, cheaters can change, but you also got to be wise to the BS. Change is an action, not in words. So yeah, that's my take on that.
Yeah. What was your retort? Because you had a retort to something, right? Was you able to remember?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think someone had said something like young men. It was something about something young men should do or whatever, and I can't remember the exact point. If it comes up again, I'm pretty sure I'll remember it.
Yeah, no problem. Do you have any other questions for the panel or anything?
Yeah. Oh yeah, now I remember what
Okay,
the
go ahead. Yeah.
yeah. I remember what it was. The young lady, she said, "Oh yeah, most men feel the need that they want women to approach them." I still don't believe that most men are dead set saying like, "Yeah, I'm not approaching a woman unless she approaches me." It's just so much more in 2026 that the dating market, people are just bolder. You do have young ladies who will come up and actually say something or whatever the case is. And case in point, that's actually what happened with me and my wife. We met each other in 2021, and got married and everything, and that initiated from her approaching me. But the vast majority of dudes are still moving in the same light, shooting a shot. See something like nice, you had a conversation, and it goes from there. So that's what I was slightly disagreeing with. She said most men want the women to approach them, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's the case.
Oh man, I would like to piggyback off of that because I thought I had something I want to say on that as well. It was kind of the way she said that. I don't think she meant it in a derogative way or to be facetious or anything like that. It was she said that most men are kind of being like princesses or something like that, and I don't feel that. Now some are, but I don't feel like that's the full case. It's more of a thing of men coming to a notion that, hey man, I want to feel wanted too. You know what I'm saying? After so long of men not feeling wanted, even as we grow up, we are men. Everybody tell us you gotta go. You step up first. You step up first, and then we're always getting shot down. And most women can't take rejection at all. You know what I'm saying? Because they never had to take it. So you can't tell somebody, you can't tell a man that, hey, you acting like a princess because you don't want to talk to somebody. No, men get tired of being rejected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're good. Roger.
So with that being said, it's more of men waking up and saying, like, you know what? I don't mind if a woman try to come holler at me. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of trying and then getting rejected. You know what I'm saying? So it is more of like, hey, I want to feel wanted as well. Even in your relationship, men don't feel wanted as much as people like to think. You know what I'm saying? We feel somewhat needed, you know, but wanted, man, I'm pretty sure a lot of men can attest to this, and I'm one of them. In a lot of relationships, I didn't feel wanted. It was only because I was doing something that a woman wanted me to do or felt like I was supposed to be doing. That was the only time she wanted me. If I wasn't doing that, then hey, okay, you can leave now. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff.
Hey brother, you just said something real serious real quick, and I feel like a lot of women get this confused, right? As a man, rejection is part of the game. Like every man has been rejected. I don't care what no one say, and I wholeheartedly agree with what you saying. Cause I mean, you ever like turn down a woman politely, and then all of a sudden now she want to call you GAY. Now she want to say some crazy stuff. Now don't get me wrong, there are some brothers who do react that way, but any man who's ever like dated for real, man, you gonna get rejected. For women, a lot of y'all aren't used to that period, and most men don't react to rejection violently. Like most men don't react that way. We be like, all right, well, you know, baby, have a good day. Now you got those few that overreact and start doing that lame stuff, and you know, trying to curse her out, saying all kind of crazy stuff about her. And most men reject those men. Like, hey, bro, you doing too much. It ain't that deep. All she said was no. But when women try, like someone said down in the comments, someone in the comments said, neither can men take rejection. As a man, you take rejection. If you single, you gonna get rejected. Like, come on now. That's like I said, that's a part of the game.
More times than none.
So I have a question, right, which is quite interesting. I have a question. So I heard the gentleman say that I felt needed when she needed things doing, but I didn't really feel wanted. So the question is, how do men feel wanted other than Mex? Other than that, how else do men feel wanted? Because a woman may ask you to do things because she needs you, but that is her way of, it's hard to explain what I'm saying, but how do men feel wanted? I'd like to know.
I know exactly what you're saying. Are you in a relationship right now? Hello? Doctor?
I can hear you, bro, but she muted up.
Okay. Well, if you, as a woman, have you ever told the man that you were in a relationship with that you look very handsome today, just off a whim?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The same.
100.
The same. Have you seen? Did you see the look in his eyes when you said that?
Yeah, he was quite
Does
dismissive.
he
He didn't know how to take a compliment.
Oh, come on.
He didn't. He got all shy. I'm being honest.
That is some men, but a lot of us, man, we love a compliment just as well as a woman love a compliment. That doesn't make us sassy. You know what I'm saying? That makes us human. That makes us feel, oh, you actually like me For me, not because I may be strong, not because I may have a lot of money, not because of what I can do for you monetarily or physically. You just like me for being, and that's what women want. You want a man to like you for being you, and that's
Yes.
all a man want as well. But when we say that, oh man, we're like what it said. We're GAY. We're being too sassy. You're starting to act like a woman. Men are acting like women. No, I
No,
want
no,
to
I
feel
like
wanted
that
as
because you're
well.
being clear. You're telling us what it is you want, and I wish
Yeah,
and I pray that more men would, because then we understand. Because I genuinely didn't know until the gentleman just said it how a man would feel wanted. So I've learned something. I do compliment anyway. That's just normal for me.
But
Um,
a lot of women don't though. That's the thing about it is like
yeah.
that brother. He ain't saying nothing wrong, man. Like having a
mm,
conversation with so many young ladies, man. It's like you know, women, y'all would like if you're in a relationship, your woman will demand compliments from you. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
been a day. It's been a day since you said I look cute or blah blah blah. Or something like. No, I'm so serious. And I've had this
Right.
conversation, and I'm like, gee, I tell you look beautiful all the time. And then y'all will turn around and be like, well, you know, I still don't feel pretty. I think I'm fat, baby. You're not fat. You are gorgeous, man. You the sexiest thing walking, sexiest
Right.
thing moving, and still try to find a way to push back on that. But men, like, man, it's rare. It's rare that a lot of brothers actually get a solid compliment from their woman. You know what I'm saying? A nice
Right.
push on back. But then I got one more little pushback from the piece that you made. The thing about it is, you said outside of Smex. If your man tells you that that's how he wants to feel appreciated, then that's how that man want to be loved. But women, for whatever reason, y'all put y'all own rationale on things. Well, that's just basic. That's basic to you, but that is what that man said he wants. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and I find it crazy when women tell men we're wrong for what we want, but the moment we criticize you guys' requirements or things that y'all deem necessary, now we're being wrong. Case in point, the weight
Right.
thing. If a brother say I don't want to date a bigger woman, oh, he's fat phobic, he's all these things. But yet, when a woman say I want a dude that's 6'3", you know, tattoos and blah blah blah, super particular, we can't bat an eye. If that makes
Right.
sense.
100,
Yeah.
but I think, you know, the context I said about the Smex is because I know that's one way a man feels wanted. I already understand that, but I didn't understand what other things can we as women do. And I think paying compliments is, I didn't realize, I know men like the compliments, but I didn't realize that would be, you know, something that would be quite up there, just like it is for women. Because our logics are different for men and women, but that's interesting to know.
Yeah, man,
But
look.
also it's a psychological thing as well. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the person you're with and how they grew up. If they grew up in a household or around people that were just masculine all day, I'm talking about as soon as they wake up, they gotta lift weights, they gotta slap somebody. Of course, you gotta kind of speak to that person and who they are. You gotta kind of feel them out and show them, hey, I understand this how you grew up, but that's not the only way. You know what I'm saying? But you have a lot of other men out here that grew up with their mom telling them, hey man, you are enough. You are handsome. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third, because a lot of men don't feel none of that. But we keep going because we have to keep pushing. Otherwise, we're called soft. You know what I'm saying? We're called something outside of what we actually are. But if the shoe's on the other foot for a woman, it's everything is okay when it comes to feelings for a woman. Most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So
I hear you.
it's kind of you have to have that conversation with your partner. But most men like the same thing women like. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what it is, of course. You know, we ain't go too far, but it just depends on what it is, man. You know, hey, you look very nice today. I love the way you did this. Giving a man a compliment, giving him words of affirmation. Men like that as well.
Yes, and you know it's funny. Like, look at the comment. Look at the comment down there where the young lady said, "What the question is? The question is telling me men are losing their masculinity." See, this is my issue when it comes down to the masculinity conversation, and it comes down to the selectiveness of what you want. One, either you toxic, you masculinity in itself is just toxic, but yet you don't. I'm sorry, I think the vast majority of women do not want to be with a man that they don't feel protected by. And being protected, I'm sorry, as a man, like when you with your woman, you become hyper vigilant. You know, you're keeping your eyes open. You like, because
Yes.
like at the end of the day, like if I'm outside by myself, you know, I'm still on my P's and Q's. But when I got my woman with me, I'm super vigilant. I'm making sure she's safe. And you have to, and brothers know what I mean when I say this. You exude an aura of protection for your woman or your wife. Like, okay, yeah, like, you know, it's other brothers who will look and see you with her and be like, oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's her man right there. You know what that is. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and make sure, you know, yeah, let me not shoot my shot. Obviously, that woman has somebody over her. You know what I'm saying? Like, not
What?
It's
when
also a sign of
not oh,
respect
when
amongst
I'm
men.
sorry.
What?
Yeah. We got respect for that. And
Well, real
a
quick.
lot of brothers value marriage.
Well, real
Shit, you know.
quick. It even goes beyond just your lady. Let's just say you have a lady friend,
Yep.
you or your
All right.
female
Any
cousin,
woman around.
right? Your mother, like any woman, whatever relation or relationship is to us, we definitely become more hyper vigilant.
Yep. But then,
Yeah. And that's what they don't understand, because they feel, because we're talking feelings. You know what I'm saying? Feelings to them aren't masculine, but it is for us. It's a very masculine thing to come out and say, hey man, I like this. You know what I'm saying? I would like if you told me I look good. You know what I'm saying? I would like these certain things, but also knowing that when we're out and about, I will lay my life down for you. You know what I'm saying? I will step in front of any type of trouble for you. That's the most masculine thing that, man, I would say 98% of men have, whether they know it or not. It's in us. It's not on us a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna tell you
when they
something.
talk about,
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead. My bad. I was gonna say something. Go ahead.
oh no, I was about to end. It was gonna be just extra words. You can go ahead.
No, I was gonna say as an example, right? Let's say, and shout outs to Dr. Love, right? Let's say me and Dr. Love were just out as friends getting like coffee somewhere. Right? Well, I don't drink coffee or tea or whatever, right? And like, let's just say I see something about to go down. I'm gonna tell Dr. Love, hey, we gotta go. She gonna be like, why? I'm gonna be like, yo, something about to pop off in here. She not my
Right, you
woman,
can see it.
right? She not my woman, but she's a woman. So I'm like, nah, we need to get up out of here. I'm watching the exits. My Spidey sense, of those who are into comic books and Spider-Man, my Spidey sense is going off. My antennas, my awareness, because she's a woman. She might not. She not my woman, but she's a woman. You feel me?
Do you know what's
That's a
interesting? You
man's
saying that, Finn?
intuition right there.
100. You know, you saying that, it reminds me about 20 years ago. I remember I went to a bar and it was really busy in there, and I was with my partner who then became my husband. And I remember we were in there and we were having a good time. Music was loud. And he said exactly what you just said, Fifth. We need to get out of here. Something's going to go down. I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. And I was like, we've just been here. We've just paid. We've been here half an hour. He's like, no, we got to go. And, you know, it's a good thing we went, because that very same night, someone got, you know, boojum boojum
See?
in that club. Yeah.
See, the thing is with men. Yeah, I'll say, man, brother, you just ready to say it. Like, I was gonna say, when it comes down to men who are like, you know, aware of what's going on, it's certain tenets that you pick up on. Like, case in point, and I'm pretty sure some of the brothers know these too. When you go into an establishment, not sitting with your back towards the door, stuff like that. Be in a position where you can see exactly what's going on. You know, being able to see what's happening. I feel like a lot of young ladies, they tend to be oblivious to that shit. Like, literally, like, as men, it's like you can sense it. Or like, you ever seen two dudes talking and you know they into it? You know what I'm saying? It's like this aura that goes off and you're like, oh hell no, it's time to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's either it's that fight or flight, depending on where that energy being directed. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women will push back on that and say, yeah, that's toxic masculinity. I don't need a man to protect me. Bullshit.
Language long days.
I'm sorry, brother.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And I you know, it's crazy. I was talking to a lady about this, and I was on the panel. And they got so mad when I said this, and I said, man, the truth be told is the average 14 to 16-year-old boy would beat up most women. And no, I would beat that teenager up, ma'am. No, you would not. The average 14 to 16-year-old boy would beat up the average grown woman. And I said, when it comes down to bouts of strength, even when it comes down to child rearage, and I'm pretty sure the men here understand that too. Y'all ever get to a certain point where, let's say, your mama chastising you, and you realize that, like, in all reality, you could overpower her in an instant, but you're not gonna do it because that's
That's
your
real.
mother. But your
That's real.
father,
You do
but
it
your
out of
father, on
respect.
the other
Don't do it out
hand,
of
or
respect.
that male figure, it's like, oh no, you know what? You know, I ain't big dog yet.
Right, and it is, and I understand exactly what you're saying, but to anybody that took what he just said wrong, is not to say that, oh, that's how we think, oh, we know we can beat up anybody. No, it's not that. It's just that we know our strength. That's why laws are the way they are. When a cop get called in a situation, he's coming to talk to the man first. A lot of the times, hey, what did you do first? Hold on, what? I got slapped first. But hold on, did you slap back? Yeah, I did. Well, you weren't supposed to do that, because men are naturally stronger than women, and it's not to put women down. That's just the way things are. But it also goes into situations, just like he said. If I know that something's about to go down, like when women like to argue back and forth with men, a
Yep.
man would never run up. Most men, most real men, not all men. A man would never run up on a woman talking about something. No, say that what you just said. No, say that what you just said. We always talk calm. Hey man, chill out. Go on over there, man. Go on over there. But you want to come and slap and do all that because you're not thinking like, oh, he could actually
Gotta
hurt me.
hurt you.
But we think that way. Even with a man to a man. Men don't run up on men and want to square up all the time. We know that, hey, I can hurt him and he can hurt me. I might need to be a little cautious, but hey, it can still go down. We're not scared, but it's more of being cautious, of
It's
knowing
a
that,
viral.
okay, I have the strength to do this.
Hey Jay, it's a viral TikTok post going on right now with women talking about when you play fighting with your man and then you actually realize how strong he really is. Like, and that be the thing about it
Right.
is a lot of women, like, and I don't know, it's funny, man. I'm gonna say another controversial thing, and I hope nobody this upsets nobody. I'm from Chicago, so me growing up, I'm gonna be very transparent. And even as a single man, I'm married now. I've seen vastly more women put their hands on men than I've seen men put their hands on women. We just don't call the police on y'all. Now, if we called the
Yep.
police at the same proclivity that
Right.
that
Because that's
that, that
also
y'all
looked at
put
as
your,
soft.
yeah, that y'all put that, like, if we called the police on y'all at the same proclivity that y'all have right now, y'all, I guarantee there'll be more women in prison. And then on
I
top of
agree
that
with you.
too, fun fact, the dating demographic that has the highest domestic violence rate is lesbian couples. They have
Yes,
the highest rate of domestic violence.
Yeah.
And then I
that's
land
true.
with this. I land with this
You know
last.
why?
Hold on, let me land with
Because
this
they're,
last
oh,
point
my
real
bad.
quick.
My bad. Go
And
ahead.
another unspoken rule that people don't say nothing about, that we don't, that men, we acknowledge it, but women don't understand it. Men are respected for our capacity to commit violence. When you're around a man
Yeah.
and you know he's fully capable of being extremely violent, I don't know if it's that thing, that reptilian brain that we have, but there's a respect to it. When you see a giant, big old 6'4" muscle bound dude, there's a certain level of respect that comes with that, and people don't want to talk about
Right.
it. But I land with that though.
Right. But also that 6 foot muscle bound guy, if he's not just a crazy man, he knows the strength that he has. He know that he can probably slap anybody where he's at and ain't nobody gonna do nothing. But he's not gonna do that because that's not logical. You know what I'm saying? We men have more respect for life than people think that we do. You know what I'm saying? As
Do
a
you know
man,
what though?
if I
Sorry,
what's
Jay.
that? No,
Finish.
you good. You good. Go
I
ahead.
was going to say, you know what we just said? A long day, absolutely spitting facts out there. Men do get domestic violence and they don't report it. And I would encourage every man to do it because if you're a woman, because it's not okay for either one of you to strike each other, whether it's a push, shove, scratch, slap, it's not okay, you know? And if you don't step forward and make the claims, she will continue doing it because there's no boundary now. She thinks it's okay and she will continue doing it. And
100%.
I think this is how a lot of some men get into relationships which are quite abusive. You have to stop it, which is the thinking of a woman, the
Well,
ones
well,
that do report it.
100%.
well, you know what? Stay right there, because we're gonna get back to the main topic, right? You have situations where, let's just say, a man cheated on his woman, right? And He finally gets honest with her, and she's like, "Tell me I won't get mad." When we know that's a lie. Tell me I won't get mad. He tells her, right? And then in the heat of passion, because he tells her I stepped out on her, she hauls off and smacks fire out of him. Now, two things can
Man,
happen. He can fight back, or he just accepts the slap because he know that he cheated on her.
Yeah.
So what does anybody have to say to that?
Man, look, I
man.
can tell you just like this, man.
I
The
think
thing
he
is,
should just take the beating.
nah, but see, no.
See, now, Dr.
I'm
Love,
a sprinkle. I'm a
you
sprinkle
are
a little.
toxic.
Now listen, I'm a sprinkle a little something else.
Very
Of course,
toxic.
Dr. Love
Hold
would say
on,
that.
hold on, watch
A
this.
woman would say that.
No, watch this. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on top of that real quick. Imagine if those roles were reversed. A man comes home, finds out his wife was cheating on him, and all this other stuff. And I'm gonna be very transparent. I don't condone no man putting. I don't condone this man putting his hands on a woman.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I come in and I see you giving out mouth hugs to a man's private parts or something like that, I'm sorry. Or if I find out and I'm
Hey,
young,
look.
now listen, let me land with this. One of my good friends just found out that his daughter of 3 years was not his, and his fiance had cheated on him and lied to him about it. He didn't do nothing to her. But if he did so happen to, maybe got a little rough with her,
But
I can't
here's
sit
the
here.
difference,
I
though.
can't sit here and say I'm gonna be like you wrong, dog. I'm gonna be
But
honest.
here's the
Check
difference.
this out. Check this out.
There are levels of it. Like you just said, right? A man is much more stronger than a woman, right? A woman is nowhere near as strong as a man. And I don't condone violence in a relationship either, because I think it's wrong on both accounts. But if the man then went and smacked, the hell out of her, that's going to look very different to if she slaps you or pushes you or cries while she's, doing these fake punches. It's going to be two very different intensities. The emotions are going to be the same, but the intensity is going to be different. So I think, you see what I mean? It can't be like for like, because we're not the same.
Dr.
Man.
Love, hold on, let me interject. Dr. Love, I heard what you just did there, Dr. Love. I understand we're talking
Yeah,
about.
buddy.
I understand that we're talking about the heat of passion because maybe the cheating is caught in the act. I mean, like for instance, you come home and your husband is clapping a woman's cheeks in your bedroom.
Yeah.
So you're gonna throw punches. You said fake punches. You're calling them fake because the woman is not as strong.
Yeah.
But they're still punches.
Yep.
So
You know what I meant? I don't know what you call them. Not punches. You know when you like hit a pillow, but not hit it front value. You hit it with your forearm. Anyway, I'm on about like lightweight. The intensity is not going to be the same.
Hell no.
Listen, if I come home and my man's clapping, I'm getting the rifle. Forget the you lot talking on a different level. Forget that.
Hey, but check this out. Check this out, Dr. Love.
I got my neighbour's alibi sorted. We're done. We're debating the intensity of the punches. I'm talking rifle business.
No, look. Hey, so speaking of rifle, let me
Check
ask you a
this
question.
out. Check this out, Dr. Love.
Hey, go ahead, Jay.
There was
You are
an
a
intruder
grown
in my
woman.
bed. That's what I'm saying.
But check this out. You're a grown woman and I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
True enough, as a grown man, I have more strength than you, but you still have grown woman strength. If you hit a man, any man, in his chin just right, you gonna knock him out. I don't care
okay.
what it just gotta be just right. It ain't gotta be super hard, it just gotta be just right. So you swing with all your might and you mess around and clock him just right, he's knocked out. That's anybody. You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't know that, Jay.
No woman.
Hey, Jay.
I didn't know that.
Hey, watch this. She brought up the P2 thing, right?
Listen, I ain't put hands on anyone, so I don't know.
Well, Dr. Love, let me ask you a question. Did y'all see that viral story of the
Which
brother who was married for 11 years? He found out that him and his wife, they was married for 11 years. They had 3 children. He found out that all 3 of those children were not his.
Wow.
He then proceeded to go to her job and he pew-pewed her in the butt. Now,
wait.
No, he didn't try to unalive her. He said,
Wait, that's not funny, but he shot in the butt cheek.
Yeah, he shot her in the cheek.
That's crazy.
Oh wow.
I
Yeah,
haven't heard it.
he went up there and shot her in the cheek.
Clap
And
the
he
cheeks,
and he
give the
said
cheeks clap.
and he said no. He said I had no plans of unaliving her, but you gonna be with me for 11 years, have me raise these kids, knowing you been out here cheating for the bulk of our relationship, and you trying to leave these children on me. That is crazy. That is diabolical,
Hey,
and it's
you
borderline
know,
evil.
you know what society would tell him? Oh man, still take care of those kids. You've been in those kids' lives
Man, go to
for
man,
majority of their
HE
life,
double
if not
hockey
all
stick.
their life. But see, that's what I'm saying. That's the double standard.
Yeah, but
Women don't have to
JT,
stand for none of that.
but JT, you know, I hear you, and I hear that it may come across really unfair. And what she did, I'm not condoning it for 1 second. But you know, those children, they see that man as their father. It's not their fault. They
Don't
didn't do
And
any
it's
of
not
this.
his
They
fault
didn't
either.
ask for any
It's
of this.
not.
I
It's not
don't
his
care.
fault. It's not his fault
Absolutely
either.
not his fault.
And that. Well, check this out. He has the right to walk away clean slate as well.
Yeah.
It don't matter how them kids feel, because
Yep.
his feelings matter more than those kids' feelings at the point in time. Because if he cannot go on looking at those kids in their face, he's not gonna be able to treat them right, and they're gonna feel it. He's gonna mess them kids up more than what they would if he just walked away. You feel what I'm
I
Yeah,
saying?
and I
So
hear you.
therefore,
I hear you.
he needs to do whatever he needs to do, because as a man, our feelings are most of the time not even thought about. Nobody cares about a man's feelings. That's why they can say, "Oh man, stay in those kids' life." No, I
Man,
can't
no.
look at these kids, and the whole time I'm thinking that they're mine. I got to dip. I got to
No, I
go.
hear that.
I got to get up
Man,
out
look,
of here.
hey, look,
You
man,
understand me?
look, another one of my homies, man. Now he been married for 7 years. This just happened on Valentine's Day weekend. That was their anniversary day. My brother sitting there, man. He said they're in the hotel room. His wife went and got in the shower, and you know they got an open phone policy, so they ain't worried about nothing. He looks down, and she gets a text message where it pops up, and it says, "I hope he's effing you the way that I do." You know what I'm saying? It's their anniversary. This their
Wow.
anniversary and everything else, man. My brother called me, man, in distress. My brother called me, man, in pain. That the fact of the matter is, and then when he went and asked his wife, "Why would you do this?" You know what I'm saying? I thought we were happy. Ain't nothing going on. I ain't did nothing to you. You know, we in a good space. We growing. We in counseling. We doing all this, and you decided to step outside of our marriage. You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's like, it's one of those things, man.
That's
We don't
sad.
talk. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about, like, even I hate the fact that cheating and abuse is synonymous with men. I'm sorry, bro. In
Yeah.
2026, it's dang near the same thing for both ends. There are literally hundreds of thousands of videos of men catching women cheating, women lying
Hey,
about
bro.
babies women lying about babies that are not these men. And
Yeah.
I
Bro,
can't.
it ain't almost the same. It's the exact same.
So are women better? So does that almost prove the point that women are better at hiding it?
They are.
100%. I think
100%.
women.
I ain't gonna lie about that one. 100%.
I think women do cover it up. It just reminded me of a story of a couple that came to me, right? He's a young man, really handsome young man, his wife, and they were together for 3 months. They had a little bit of separation. She comes back knocking his door, tells him she's pregnant. He was just in there for a bit of fun, right? He wasn't looking to settle down. She tells him it's his. He's confused. He's asking her to get a DNA done. This is before the child is born. And, you know, one excuse led to another. Her parents kind of forced the subject. He got married to her. The baby came. He's still trying to get the mother to make an appointment, you know, to get the DNA done. She's delaying. She gets the DNA done when the baby's 1.5 years old. And it's not his. And in this interim, they have a second baby, which is his. And she's like 6 months old.
See, I feel like men should be able to sue women for that. Personally, I
Yes.
honestly do.
Most definitely.
I feel like we should be able to
Most
recoup.
definitely.
You should be able to recoup all those funds that you spent under the guise. That's perjury. You're lying saying
Right.
that this child
Right.
is mine, and you're basically getting funds and support out of me under false pretenses. That should be
Her
illegal.
argument was she genuinely thought it was him because there was a one night stand, which she didn't think was the time period, and she swears by it. She was convinced it was
Man,
his.
I don't want to hear that, man. Look,
I know it's sad, but like their little girl
Hey,
now
I want
is
to
4 or 5,
let me
and they have
answer
a
that question.
9
No,
month
look,
baby.
look, my homie. Look, guess what? My homie who found out his wife was cheating. Why 2 weeks after that she pop up pregnant?
2 weeks after.
2 weeks after
That's
she was
crazy.
pregnant. I mean, after he found out she was cheating, she was pregnant. I'm sorry. And I promised myself I'm not gonna say this to him. But hey, I'm sorry. Look, hey, either one. They got prenatal DNA tests. We gotta get one of those. Or I'm telling you now. The moment that baby is born, and I find out not mine, it's over with. It's over with. There's nothing to talk about. I'm telling you this now. So go ahead, move the way you gonna move, do what you gonna do. I'm telling you this now. That child is not mine. So you got, and once again, I don't know how y'all feel. I'm pro-choice. So I'm sorry, if as a woman, if you know you fooling around with multiple men and you don't know who that child's father is, man, and you in a relationship with somebody, I wouldn't even risk it. I wouldn't even risk it. Keeping it gangster with you.
Right. Man, to answer the question, when he asks, do men cheat better or do women cheat better? And this is the reason why women cheat better. And it's not because of skill. I'm sorry, ladies. You know what I'm saying? You're not just better at it. This is why. All women are assumed to be innocent.
Yep.
Off the rip. When we see y'all, we assume innocence. When y'all see us, y'all assume guilty. I don't care how it is. So check this out. I'm pretty sure every man in here that heard this. I bet you got a lot of women, don't you? Why? Because I'm handsome? No, why do I gotta have a lot of women? Because I'm handsome, attractive, and I can slick pull you right now. Why do I got that? That's assuming that I'm guilty of something. But a man don't never assume. We probably assume that you probably got one man. You probably got a man. Because you look as good as you look. You got one person. That's how we assume it. So therefore, when we're assuming that you guys are innocent, you can get away with murder. I'm already assuming that you're innocent. Even if I think you're doing something, you're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you guys are better at it, because we assume that you guys are innocent. Y'all assume that we're guilty. If you're looking for something all the time, you're going to find it. You're going to find it in quote unquote plain sight, because you're looking for it at all times. We're not.
Yo, y'all want to hear something real quick? I know there's context to it, but they did a study, and the study is that there's more men fathering kids that are not biologically theirs. Now, let me get into the context. Mixed in that is not only just paternity fraud, but also stepfathers, right? But it goes to show you that there are so many men out there. And that's not even just in America. There's a continent, I'm trying to remember which one it was. They lead in paternity fraud. I can't remember what continent it is. A continent. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And so, you notice how I said continent and not just country. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show you. And this is not about kicking women's back in. But I'm just saying that, just to kind of go to the whole point of hiding it, a big thing about hiding something is bringing it to the grave. And yeah, brother, you got a point. There are people out there, you'll never know. And then all of a sudden the man finds out, oh, the kid is not mine. And it could be in many ways. I've seen a situation where a man found out his kid wasn't his because they needed to do like a blood transfusion.
Yep.
And when they tried to use his blood, they was like, wait a minute, it's not the same.
Now listen, that country was talking about. Fun fact, do you know that at-home paternity tests in France are illegal?
Word?
Literally, you can look it up. You can look it up right now. At-home paternity tests. If you go and get a paternity test on your kids in France outside of the court, you will be arrested or fined. The reason being is because France realized France also has like the highest level of infidelity out of like all.
And Long Days, what happened? You got cut off. Oh man, he was saying something. I wanted him to finish. He probably got a phone call.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
Yeah, he was cooking on something. Yeah. I mean, yes, there are. Oh, go ahead, Long Days. Your audio had cut off. What were you saying?
My bad. I had a phone call. Yeah, man, because the French government realized that men were finding out that those children were not theirs and they were leaving. And now they were also having they have like, let's say it's 3 kids, 2 of them ain't theirs, one of them is, one of them is, 2 of them not, and men like, no, I'm not staying for none of this, I'm leaving. And so they were like, no, we try not to break up the home. So you can't like right now as men, we can go pay for a paternity test outside of the court. We can do that in America. And the thing about it is, and brothers, I understand some men get offended when I say this. My mama always said, it's mama's babies, daddy's maybe. Look, if you got any
Every
doubt,
time.
if you got any doubt in your mind that there could be something going on, go ahead, take the baby, say, I'm taking Junior over to such, and get that mouth swab, man. You ain't even got to tell her you doing it. Get that mouth swab, man, because you'll look up, and it'll be 5, 6, 7 years down the line, and then something pop up, like that brother said about like that blood transfusion, and you find out that child ain't yours, man. And it sounds so bad. And I swear to God, I'm not trying to attack the ladies when I say this, but look, any child that I ever have will be DNA tested. I'm sorry. Not saying I mistrust my wife, but man, like we all agree, women hide at the best. You know what I'm saying?
The assumption of innocence.
Well, there are
That's all it
political.
is.
Well, there are political movements going on within men in certain states where they're trying to push for laws where paternity is like day one. As soon as the baby is delivered, and there have been certain states to fight against that. But that is something that there are certain groups of men in the politics world who are trying in terms of policy that are trying to push that into law in certain states where mandatory DNA tests day one. You
Yep.
know.
Yep, man. Look, honestly, man,
That's the right
I can't think of any justifiable reason why it shouldn't be legal. Like, what's your pushback to validating paternity? Because once again, it could be health things that pop up with that child. You might need to look up, family history, and then in the back of your mind that there's a possibility that this child is not this man's, and now your child is potentially at risk or whatever the case may be for like some sort of hereditary disease or something like that. But you chose to bury that truth. That is shameful, man. Like that is shameful. And I'm not saying no brothers going out here making extra families and everything else, but as a man, I couldn't imagine going to these doctor's appointments with my wife, observing her, looking at her, watching her get big, dealing with the morning sickness, dealing with the mood swings, having to feed her, going to the delivery room, signing the birth certificate, and do all this work and effort to find out that baby is not mine.
Let me say something, and this may be for another topic, but it is about cheating, right? And I may have to do another topic on the whole paternity thing. Do you know in states like Minnesota and Florida, if you married, right? Peep this, Dr. Love, because this is how it is here in this country.
Assumed yours because you're married?
Right. And guess what? You have to pay the husband, right? His name automatically goes on the birth certificate, and he has to pay child support for that child. That's
Yep.
crazy.
That's laws.
Oh,
That's
and
the laws
Michigan
around
like that
marriage.
too.
And
Michigan like
Yeah.
that. They sign your name on a birth
that's
certificate.
Yeah,
That's
Michigan,
standard in the UK, by the way.
that's standard
crazy
in the
too.
UK.
That's standard in the UK. When you
That
have a
is
baby,
sick.
you because if you're the father of the child, your name goes on the birth certificate, and then you have 50% parental responsibility. You can choose not
Even
to
if the
put a
child's
name.
not yours.
You can choose not to put your name. You have a choice. So it's not, if you said no, I'm not going on it, then that's fine. But otherwise, yeah, your name goes on the birth certificate because they'll ask you what name should we put on here.
Well, no, Dr. Love. What I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying, and the brother said Michigan, right? So yeah, Michigan, Minnesota, and Florida, and there's other states too. Whereas if your wife, if you're still legally married, but you're separated, and the wife has a kid with another man, because you're still married as the man, you have parental rights to that child automatically, and you have to pay child support until you can go through the court system and all that kind of stuff, so that so that the actual child's father is proving that he's the dad. But until
I'm
then,
with you. I'm
the,
with you now. Okay, that's different. Yeah, got it.
right, right.
Got it. Okay, so the question I have, right, is regarding the cheating, right? So we've got on here, do cheaters change? What if you've got a married couple and the partner has been tricked by another person, say, and a triangulation has happened and the person has cheated with another person, but based on a plan? What would you do then? Would you
Doc,
still consider that as, well,
Real
you
quick, you
shouldn't have done
can't.
it in the
Real
first
quick, you
place,
can't.
or
You
he
can't
was
be.
trapped?
hey, Dr. Love,
Real quick, you can't be tricked and cheated.
No. What I mean is, so if it's a part of plan, you go to the bar, this person knows you're going to be there and deliberately is doing it to cause problems in your marriage.
Dr. Love, maybe I may be a little lost.
Okay.
Can you explain that again like I'm 5 years old?
Follow the light, Fifth.
All
Follow
right.
the light. I
I,
will guide you.
I'm listening.
So let's say you've got a married couple, right? You're married, you're happily married, and then for one reason or another, someone else wants to break your marriage up. So they contrive a plan, get someone to, because there's services in the UK where people pay for this, by the way, that's a separate issue. And let's say there's a whole plan made where somebody is going to meet you in a club, try it on with you, make it so tempting that you possibly could give in or not give in, but it's planned and your partner knows nothing about it. And then your partner finds out that you've had a one night stand or you've slept with someone, because the person who planned the whole thing makes it very obvious and lets the wife know that actually your husband cheated with me. Do you see what I'm trying to get at? It's planned.
So did it actually happen though?
Yes.
Did
Let's
it
say
actually happen, or was it made to look like it happened, but it didn't?
no, it happened. It fully on when happened.
That sounds like a movie, Dr. Love.
Okay, so
It
check this
happens,
out.
Fifth. I'm telling you.
The person, your person that actually went through it, like say your man, if he
Yeah.
went through it, that's still on him, whether he drunk or not.
100.
Whether
But
he's
would
drunk
you?
or not, you should.
But
you
would
gonna
you? Okay, I'm with you. You're saying because he did the deed, he's still 100% guilty, and he should 100% have the same punishment rather than being scammed into doing it, right?
Exactly. It don't matter if you scammed or not. That's just like if somebody scam you out of your money. It's still your fault. You
Got
fell
it.
for the scam.
Well,
Regardless.
Doctor,
For the
Dr.
people
Love,
in the
right?
comments, it wasn't my man because I use a rifle. He wouldn't be here if it was.
Well,
Just putting it out there.
well, Dr. Love, right? And then
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the soul survivor because she's here.
Yes.
One moment, soul. Dr. Love,
Hmm.
if your female friend, no.
Yeah.
Actually, let me do it this way. You're the
Go.
wife, right?
Yeah.
And you say, hey, and you have a female friend,
Yeah.
and you say, hey, sis, right? You say, hey, sis, hey, sister.
Mm.
I feel like my husband is a cheater,
Yeah.
but I don't know yet.
Yeah.
But I have a
yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
I need you to see
Frame
if
me.
you see if you could get him to
Yes.
cheat on me by using you.
Yes.
And then your friend
Mhm.
goes to, so deep to the part, because it's your plan, to
Yeah.
the part where it gets proven because now he slept with your friend,
Yes.
right?
But you see, the reason I asked it that way, because no, but you see, you're laughing because you know where I'm going with this, right? I asked it this way because I wanted to know if the punishment would be any different, right? And the gentleman said no, the punishment is exactly the same because he went for it. So he has to take accountability. But deep inside, it might have been your plan to test him.
Right, but
Hold on,
Right?
hold on. You know what? My bad.
but Dr. Love, right? Here's the
My
thing,
bad. See,
Doc-
I didn't understand that fully.
But
No,
you
but-
answered it correct.
No, but
He still
peep this,
cheated.
but peep this, Dr. Love. That's still
Oh,
bad.
nah.
Very bad.
That's still bad on your part as the wife,
100.
because not
Yeah.
not only did he cheat on you, but he cheated on you with your friend because it was planned.
because of you.
100%. But you know
Because
what?
of you. So
On a
now,
serious note, no, don't you try to turn it around,
oh
guys, because
no,
you
no, no!
did
I'm
say,
just
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah,
Are
yeah.
you, or even though it was your plan, are you still gonna
You shouldn't
have?
have done it.
Are you still gonna be friends with that woman because you
No,
would
no,
probably be
no.
like, well, dang girl, I didn't want you to go all the way through it. I just
No,
wanted to
no, no.
prove
But
he
you
was a
see what
cheater.
happens, right? Here, right? I'm going to give you two scenarios. Sorry, Sol, 2 seconds. This is juicy. There's two
No worries.
scenarios, right? One scenario is I don't know many wives that use their friends. Sometimes they'll say to their friend, you know what? Text him, see if he'll respond back, right? That's one test. Women do these tests, by the way. Another test might be where she enrolls the services of a company or something that actually do this. There's a program here called Cheaters, and women will hire these people to go and see if their man will flip. It's a real
Oh,
thing. Yeah.
okay, so cool. I'm gonna stand on what I said. I stand on what I said
Yeah.
100%. Yes, he should be. He should get the same consequences. But guess what? If you don't do it, you should be broken up with. 100% because you're playing games. You want to test
100.
me, and
Yeah.
I pass your test. Okay, so since you want to test me, I'm
100%.
finna go ahead to the next grade then. Bet.
Do you
Since
know
I
what
passed.
though? But here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? In all seriousness, let's say the testing happened, right? And let's say he passed with flying covers. That woman is now going to feel elevated. She trusts him because trust is a very difficult thing in today's 2026, right? The
But the
second
guy's
thing
not going to
is,
feel great. The
no,
guy
but
ain't
he's
gonna
not going to
feel
know,
great.
is he? He's not going to know.
But
Um,
if you ever found out, I think, like, honestly speaking, just on
Listen,
this
if women can
subject,
hide cheating, I'm sure they can hide something as little as that. But what I'm saying is,
Yes.
right? Yeah, women are very conniving. Let's not be innocent. So let's say she does
Hey,
hide
but
it from him.
men aren't completely dumb.
No,
Men
no,
are
no, no,
not completely dumb.
no, no.
We
The
know when
second
something
part I
don't
was
feel
gonna
right
say,
too.
the second part I was gonna say, men also test women. Let's not pretend men don't. Men and women test each other in today's society. I have seen it from both angles. Men test differently.
Okay,
Maybe,
so
yeah, men test too. Come on.
I have an opinion on this.
I feel like it'll be more women than men though.
No, men
I'm
test
just
too,
gonna keep it
just
real.
differently.
I feel but check this out. It goes back to what I said earlier. Women are assumed to be innocent. Whoever came up with that had to be a woman because she was already assuming that this man was cheating because of whoever cheated on her before now. A man is not going to automatically assume that not all men, of course, but most men are not going to assume that, oh, my significant other is cheating. So I'm going to go ahead and hire cheaters. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe a man
woman
wouldn't
gonna do
go
it
that
before the
far.
man.
But a man does test
Right.
as well. He might take her for a meal and see if she'll offer to pay. He's testing. He doesn't want her to pay because he has full intentions of paying for the meal. But he wants to see, would she offer? Would she pay if it came down to... Men have different tests.
But see,
I see both sides.
that's also that's a morality test. Like, okay, do you want me for my money? Do you want me to
It's
just
still
pay
a
for you?
test.
Or
We can call...
if I couldn't, but check this out. That's testing to see if I couldn't pay, would you be willing to pay?
Well,
all
that's
that
like
I
me
feel like
saying...
that's a better test than
Yeah,
cheating.
but
You know
no,
what I'm
but
saying?
no. But that's like me saying, listen, if you don't cheat on me, that means that we have loyalty in our relationship and we're going to be ride and die. It's a test, whichever way you want to put it, morality or not. It's still a test. It's still a
No,
game,
but tests
and men
are
and
different.
women
Tests
play
are
it.
different.
Yeah,
Two
but they
things
have
like a
different
test.
means.
All tests are not the same, right? All tests are not the same. You know
But
what I'm saying?
they
You
have
got
a
tests
means.
like in school. But check this out. In school,
Make sure
you
we
have
get
a
the
test
Soul Survivor,
just
all
to
right?
pass.
Make sure we get the Soul Survivor.
Oh yeah,
Okay, let's go to Soul.
I'm gonna be finished. I'm gonna be finished with this. When it comes to tests in school, you have tests just to pass that test to get a grade. You also have tests to pass to get to the next grade. Over here in the U.S. anyway, those are two different tests. So therefore, one you're gonna stay back. The other one, it was just a test to see what you knew. So one is more worse than the other. If I'm testing to see if I was down and out, if you are willing to pay for food, then that's a way better test than you testing to see if I'm gonna cheat on you. Cheating on somebody is an isolated thing. Being down and out, that can happen for a long time, and I'm testing to see if you're down for me. That's all that is.
I hear you, man.
You're not gonna leave me. You're not gonna leave me if I be like, oh, I want to see if you were gonna pay for the food. But you're definitely gonna leave me if I was like, oh, I want to see if you're gonna cheat on me.
No,
What?
I'm leaving you if
That's
you ain't
crazy.
paying for the food. I'm leaving you on the first date if you ain't paying for that food. You ain't no provider for me.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on
You
that. Yeah,
see? You
I'm
see? So
saying
my
if
mindset's a
you
bit the
did,
same. I'm still going.
no, I'm saying if you
Yeah.
did pay, and I told you I wanted to see if you were gonna pay, you're not gonna leave me because I said I want to see if you want to pay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then
But
straight away in my
you would
mind,
more
I'll know
likely.
that you're a game player, and I may not like that because I don't play games. So for me, that might be a red flag. You see, because I'm thinking, hold on, this man this early is actually already trying to test me on that. Really, what's he going to try next? So I may not go any further because of that
But
mindset.
in today's society, women like to go out just to eat as well. So now I'm trying to figure out: are you here for a free meal, or are you here for me? You feel
Let
what I'm
me
saying?
let me cut in real quick. I just want to get Soul in the conversation. My moderators are not on the panel right now, so
My bad. So
no, it's all good. My moderators are not on the panel right now, and I gotta like multitask real quick. Soul, how you doing, Soul?
Good fifth, my lovely. How are you doing?
How you doing, my London love?
My US love. I'm all good. I'm all good, my love. I am well. I'm sorry I couldn't jump up earlier. Tuesdays is a really bad day for me. I take my daughter for piano lessons, so I could see you, but I couldn't jump on because she was having lessons and stuff. So anyway, I thought
Hey,
I'd come home, but
hey,
I've kind of been listening in and out kind of thing. Dr. Love, how about you, my love, as well? Mr. JT,
All
nice
good,
to meet
babe.
how you
All
you.
doing?
good.
So
hey,
let
hey,
me
Soul. Before you get into the conversation, you see the prompt, right?
yeah, I will address that as well, but I want to
Yeah,
address this
no problem. Go
other
ahead.
issue.
I'm gonna go on mute for a
Okay,
minute.
yeah, okay. So I was just gonna say, look, to me, this whole testing thing, right? If you are in a situation where you feel the need to test your partner, or your partner feels the need to test you, you're in the wrong relationship, straight up, right? Because if it's a genuine connection and a genuine relationship you have with somebody, that relationship should be built on trust to begin with. Your foundations of a relationship are trust, loyalty, respect, all the foundations of a relationship. So if you are sitting there feeling like you need to get a friend involved, or you need or whatever kind of test kind of scenario you're doing, straight away you're in the wrong relationship. Because if the guy falls for it, right, that's sucks anyway. But the worst thing is if he doesn't. I mean, how if I did something like that, how shit am I gonna feel as a person that I doubted him, and then your whole relationship, your mental
So
imbalance.
that word, you know the rules.
Sorry.
All
Your
right.
whole mental imbalance, it kicks off a whole thing, and it's really hard to come back from that because you kind of live with the guilt of doing something and your man was okay and you did it doesn't serve well going long term, right? So in my mind, that would be my thing. If I felt that I needed to test my partner, I'm in the wrong relationship completely. Yeah. So that's how I would look at that whole scenario, right? Coming back to your point and your cheaters, what was it? Cheaters always be cheaters. That was it, right? I can just about kind of read what it was. Now, I'll tell you one
It
thing.
says do cheaters really change, or it says do
Yeah.
cheaters really change, or just get better at hiding it.
Yeah. So so my thing is, look, everybody is an individual. Yeah. People do make mistakes, right? And there are maybe a certain amount of people that can overcome, that can change. I don't know. I'm not going to put a number on it or whatever. I do believe that there are situations where I think people regret and realize and learn and actually probably become better people, right? And I'm not just talking about cheating. I'm talking about anything. We could be talking about drugs. We could be talking addiction. We could about, if you go through a process of healing from something, you could be much better version of yourself through support and getting to where you want to get to. So I wouldn't categorize everybody and say, once a cheater, always a cheater. No, I think there are cases for change. But my biggest thing is not even about the cheater, right? It's about the person that you've cheated to, because can that person ever then trust you again? Right? So if somebody cheated on me, yes, he might be able to overcome it and become somebody that would probably never cheat again because he's cried, he's realized, he's gone through therapy, he's done whatever he needs to do. And wallah, he's like the best version of himself now. But am I ever going to trust him again? So it's not even just about whether the cheater would cheat again. It's about the damage you're doing to the person that you've done it to. And are they then going to be able to sit there and say, do you know what? I'm fully in. Because I think that's hard. Once you break that with somebody, it's really hard to overcome it. And you will always find, I think, so if it ever happened to me and say I found it in my heart to forgive him because I've seen this new Superman version of him because he's gone through all this work on himself and he is now the best husband or the best father and everything, it will never leave my mind to think, should I just check his phone? Should I just go into his pocket? And it's the damage that you're leaving on the person that you've done it to. And I think that's where that's the big problem here. It's not even about the cheater. The cheater could be could recover. An alcoholic could be a recovering alcoholic, right? Or whatever. They may go on to be, but it's the damage you've done to the people around you. Can they then trust you again? So that's kind of where I would come from, to be honest, if that makes sense. Again, it's just my opinion, guys. We're just talking, so that's just where I'm coming from. Oh my God, you've all gone quiet. Are
Hey,
you all still?
yeah,
Are you all still here?
I'm here. I'm getting ready for work. I'm about to leave the house, but no, I heard everything you said. So this is what I brought up, right? So earlier, I brought up this: can relationships, marriages, survive cheating if the person only cheated once?
Say that again, my love. What did you say?
Can relationships or marriages survive cheating if the person only did it once?
It depends on the individual, my love. We cannot generalize. It depends on individual people.
Absolutely.
There can be women that will be like, do you know what? I love him so much and he's really working on this. I see that he does love me and he made a mistake. Okay, yeah. And maybe you can move on. And then you might have somebody like myself that'd be like, listen, bro, you did this, yeah? I don't think I'll ever trust you again. Because that's how I am. But I don't think I could ever trust a person that would have done that to me. Not if I'm giving 100% and then I get that. I'd find it really difficult, but that's me. But my next girl here could be completely different. So it's an individual thing. Again, it really comes down to you as a person. How much tolerance do you have? How much forgiveness do you have? How much how much are you going to be able to change your mindset as well? The dirt has been done to you. It's been done unto you, right? How much can you cope with? And everybody's different on that respect. Fifth, it's difficult to say and generalize, right? I'm assuming you'd get that because everyone's different.
I think if I was answering that question, if someone has cheated once, can the relationship survive? I'm going to say yes. Absolutely, it can. It does depend on the individual because it might be someone who says, if he cheat on me once, I'm done. That is a boundary that you would know from the start because that person knows themselves that they are not willing to go through that ever, or they've been through it. And the reason I say it can is because I work with many people who have had that scenario, which is why at the very beginning, Fifth, I said there's two realms to this, right? You've got someone who's predominantly a cheater, has cheated majority of their life in various relationships. And then you've got the person who's never cheated, but has cheated once in their life, and they've learned the valid lesson, and they will most likely not cheat again. Those people that are in scenario 2, I have helped rebuild the trust. It's never 100%, but it's as best as it can be. And those couples have remained together and they've learned a new way of being with one another and looked at what the gaps were, and they've actually become stronger. But then you've got couples who have a relationship and the partner's cheated 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Some will remain in it, some won't, but those are much harder to repair because that is consistent betrayal.
This pattern, isn't it, Dr. Love? I think it's
Yeah.
a pattern of behavior which is hard to break. One off, yeah. You know, with a lot of work, I agree. I think people can move on from it. You know, but it's down to individuals. It's down to individual mindsets and whether they believe it or not, or whether, you know, because you're dealing with two individuals here. It's not just the cheater, it's also the person that's been hurt through the cheating. So it's about working. But like you say, Dr. Love, when you work with people like as you have done, and they can grow, they can build, and they can get better. It's all about the chemistry between the two individuals involved. How much tolerance, how much forgiveness, how much change from the other. And if it aligns, hallelujah, you know, you've got a wonderful thing. But if it doesn't, because everyone is different, then maybe it's time to you're not going to solve it. You're not going to, you know.
What does true forgiveness look like when forgiving someone and moving on in a relationship who has cheated? And I'm asking this because of this. Me personally, I don't believe that forgiveness is when the person who's been cheated on says, yeah, I'll take you back, but let me go ahead and go out there and get my revenge, and then we can get back together. What do y'all think?
That's not forgiveness. That's just
No.
revenge, isn't it? I honestly, when I think about forgiveness, I'm really, I'm kind of contradicted on my answer because what I want to say is I don't believe people truly forgive. I don't think people forget either. I think they get to a place of acceptance and they accept that what happened, and they try to move on from it. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. Maybe that is forgiveness. I don't know.
So they forgive but don't forget. And if they don't forget, that's not forgiveness, or what do you mean? I just want to just make sure we break it down.
Yeah, I'm like, I just thought it out. I've just said, because I've never really thought about that in that way. But I'm thinking, do people really forgive, or do they just accept at some point that this is what's happened? Because they can't move on until they accept. I know that too. So do people just accept that, okay, this happened, now it's time, we're working on it, and we need to move on? Because they never forget, right?
Well,
They don't forget.
let's give examples, right? So if you forgive me if you say, I forgive you, let's move on. But every time I come home a few minutes late or get a phone call, you're saying, is it that woman? Is it that woman again? And every time I turn around, you keep throwing in my face what you forgave me for.
Yeah.
That's
This
an
is what I'm
example.
saying. This is what I'm saying, Fifth, that's why I think it becomes difficult. It becomes very challenging for the person that's been cheated on. Because though in your heart you say, yeah, I forgive you. Why do you say it? Because you want it to work.
Yeah.
You want to forgive. You really want to forgive. And you want it to work so badly that you continue on. But there will always be, when you've been hurt in or betrayed in such a way, it's very hard to forget that. So you will always, you know, any little thing will trigger it's subconsciously will trigger, oh God, is that going on again? Is that? And I don't know, I mean, you can forgive as much as you say you forgive, but the fact that you can't forget and let it go is where the problem arises, because it will always be a trigger in your subconscious that this is what has happened to you in the past, and then you become in self-defense mode. You know, you get self-defensive as well. You want to self-protective. So there's so many different things going on with the person that's been betrayed that it's very easy to tell someone, I forgive you. It's not as easy to follow through, I believe. Because you'll have so many
I want
triggers.
to touch on what you guys said earlier when you was like, if somebody cheat on you, then you kind of be like, well, the only way we can get back is if I cheat on you, if I go out there and do the same thing. When essentially it's not really get back, is like feeling like, okay, now we're on even ground. Because
yeah.
when you get in a relationship, where are you guys at? You're assumed to be even. You feel what I'm saying? I haven't done you wrong, you haven't done me wrong. But if you do me wrong, sometimes the only way that I'm going to feel somewhat okay is if I do you wrong. It's for some things, and being cheating being one of them. For a lot of people, that's the only way that we're going to be okay if we're going to keep going.
But
You
is
know what
that
I'm
true?
saying?
But is that true forgiveness? That's the
No,
question.
It kind of is when you think about it. Check it out. It kind of is
I
because
don't think so,
if you're
Mama.
already not forgiving somebody for cheating and you didn't cheat, you're not forgiving them anyway. But you can live with it better if you go out and do it. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
your
saying?
partner, the partner that you've done it to, is also now going to be in the same situation that he put you in. So
As he should, as they should.
Yeah, but
As
then
they
it shouldn't.
should,
But then
because
it shouldn't
you don't.
continue. But then it shouldn't continue because
But
then you're
look,
just playing tit for tat. Tit for tat doesn't work in a
not
relationship.
not
You
really.
cannot do.
But
Oh, you
see,
did bad to me, so I need to do this bad to you, and now I've done it. We're gonna be okay. No, bro, that doesn't take you anywhere. That is tit for tat
but
behavior.
that's only if you think like that. Let's play devil's advocate for a second. If you think that way, it can't work. But if you are dead set on, look, I can't get past this unless I do it. That's the only way. If you feel bad about me doing it, you just did it to me, then of course we can't be together. But if you be like, well, okay, you got to kind of get your lick back. I feel you on that. You know what I'm saying? It's only right. If you hit me, I got to hit you back. We're even at this point. It's not because I want you to hurt, but that's the only way I can get over it.
Babe, have you heard of the saying, 2 wrongs don't make a right? It doesn't make it right. Just
But
because
it don't
he
make a
was
left
wrong,
either, so it really don't matter.
Yeah, but what
2
I'm
wrongs don't
saying,
make a left or right.
but
Like,
what I'm
but okay,
saying,
so
though,
what? So one wrong gonna make it better? So
no,
if you do it, if somebody do it, it's okay for them to go ahead and do that, but it's more wrong if the other person want to do it as well.
no, but then it's your choice at that point to say, is this something you can work on and get over together as a couple? And if there is a chance to do that, then yes, go for it, right? When you know that you can't do it, but the only way you think you can do it is by doing just as
Debating.
bad as the next man,
No,
that's not going to work.
that's debating. Putting points across.
How do you know though?
Yeah, it's point
But
scoring.
it's like,
tit for tat. It doesn't work.
She's quite aggressive.
but why does it have to be in a negative light? Because you already did this one thing that was super negative. And if a person told you that's the only way that I can get over it, not to be mean, if you don't look at it as being a mean person, like, but that's the only way that I can get over it. If I can't get over that way, then we can't do anything. Is the
But JT,
person
you
that
know
wants
what's
to do
happening?
it more wrong?
Do you know what's happening?
No,
though,
no,
babe?
I'm being very sincere though. Like,
No, I hear
that,
you.
answer my question from a sincere
I
mind state, from a
totally
sincere.
get you. I totally get
Okay.
you. That look, okay, you did me wrong, so you know what? The only way I'm actually going to get over this is by doing you wrong. Number one, and there's a lot of things to consider. Number one, what is she doing it for? She's just doing it for revenge. That's not a good thing. Number two, she's done it, put himself in the same situation she was in, and you're both going to be having this battle now, right? You're both going to have this in your head, yeah? So unless you're both at the mindset, right, or in alignment that, do you know what? Yes, babe, I did you wrong. I give you full openness to go and do what you want to do because I did what I did. So you do that back. That's unrealistic that a man's going to be okay about it. And that's when you know that it's time to walk away because you're not going to come to resolve. The only way you come to resolve from something like this is if you are both on the same wavelength and the same page that you think, do you know what? I'm going to work at this because I've done you wrong. I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove it to you. And she's able to accept that and say, okay, maybe, let's see. And that takes time. It takes effort. It takes a lot to build that trust. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know if it will ever be 100%, but it could be 95%, or 90%, which could carry their relationship, right? But to go and say that I'm going to do it because you did it, tit for tat, I'm telling you that it's negative. It's you're both doing wrong, and that never makes it right. So one person's done wrong. Keep it on that. Don't have both of you doing wrong. And for what reason? Just to do it as revenge. That's not a great way to move on your relationship.
I have
Just
to
my
disagree.
opinion,
I have
guys.
to
Okay.
disagree with that. Yeah, I have to disagree with that.
JT, real quick.
What up?
You don't have to disclose your business,
but if you would allow me, I'm gonna personalize it real quick, okay? But I'm not gonna like make it too personal. But I'm just gonna personalize the question.
Yeah,
If
go
your
ahead.
wife, okay, say your wife cheated on you. No, say you cheated on your wife, right? You cheated on your wife
Right?
first, right? And she says to you, "All right, since you did that to me, I'm gonna go ahead and get with Dave from my job for one night."
Yeah. Okay.
It's a quick. It's like, dang, you mentioning Dave? You what? Why you mention that guy so quickly? After she does it, you gonna take her back?
But check this out. Check this out. Let's dissect what you just said. I already did wrong, right? If I already did this is how I think about it. And this did happen to me. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I've had a woman to cheat on me, and of course I've cheated on her. And I was like, you know what? All right, cool. I didn't handle it well. I'm not saying that I'm doing what I'm talking about now, but if it were to happen now, if I did so much as to go, if I had enough balls to go out there and do it, I should have enough balls for it to happen to me and be okay with it, and then we both grow from there. That's all I'm saying. Are
So the
people
answer
gonna
is
be able to
yes.
do that? No, a lot of people can't do it. Yes. If I did it, I should be able to take it. So yeah, if I wanted to be with that person enough though, but if I can't take it, then no. But in my situation, if I went out there and did it, all right, cool. If that's the only way that you can get over it, man, do what you gotta do. As long as the result is coming back to me. If I want to be with you enough to be like, I can't tell you not to go do it. That's the thing I'm getting at. You can't tell a person, hey, you're more wrong because you want to go do it too. What? No. You're telling me I can't do exactly what you did and I'm more wrong. I'm not more wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Why
I'm not
say
more
something?
wrong. If this is the
Why?
only way that I could get over it and you want to be with me, you should let me do this and then we both grow from it. Point blank.
JT, can I ask you a question? You know when they
Yeah.
say two wrongs don't make a right, right? What
Right.
about that in the
Yeah.
context of what you're saying?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
he
saying.
answered.
They say that two wrongs don't make a right, but that's only because the person that did wrong, they don't want it to happen to them. So that's not fully correct. True enough, if you I ain't gonna bring up nothing else, but we're gonna keep it on this. If you got cheated on, you're not gonna sit up here and tell me that in your mind you won't feel better if you went and did it. True enough,
No,
you'll feel
I
bad, but you
wouldn't.
won't feel better if okay, well there may be
There
you,
you
but a
go, by
lot
the
of
way.
I
people,
wouldn't
majority of
feel
people,
better because
No,
you know what,
I
J,
wouldn't
JT?
either.
I'm adding
JT, you got to keep in mind,
number to my belt.
women cheat differently.
I get
We
And
that.
have to be
I get that.
Dr.
emotionally
Love
involved.
spoke to that, right?
Yeah,
Because let
we
me
have
tell
to
you
You
be
something.
wouldn't
emotionally
cheat out
involved.
of revenge. That's the thing
You,
I would say.
you,
That
your
you
woman
wouldn't
could.
cheat out of revenge.
So your woman could, in slang terms, JT, when I say this, your woman could get her lick back, and then she's not your wife anymore, brother. Because now she
Right,
wants
and
to
I
be
get
with the
that.
man.
But guess what?
Because now she wants to be with the man she cheated with. When you cheated, you just was having sex with them other girls. You was gonna come right back.
But check this out. Does that make it any more wrong?
No, but
No,
then
it.
there's a
Just
risk there with that
because she fell
theory
in
because
love,
a woman, when
she went off and fell in love because I cheated, right? She went off
no,
and fell in
no.
love because I cheated. Okay, that's no different from her saying that she could forgive me, but she can't, and then she still go off and do it. You might as well go ahead and get out the way to see if that's what you want.
No,
You feel
that's
what I'm
not
saying?
JP. Whoa, listen. There can be ways of healing from it. She doesn't need to make that. She doesn't need to do that, right? To because it
I think
won't make
hold on. I think you guys got me. I think you guys kind of misunderstanding. I'm not saying what you guys are saying is wrong. I'm just saying it's not the only way.
Yeah, you're
And you
giving a
guys are
different
combating it
perspective.
Okay,
because
of
Yeah,
I
course.
hear
we
you.
hear that. Yeah.
I hear
that's
you.
all I'm
Of
saying.
course.
Because all I'm saying is, yeah, what you guys are saying are perfect 100% right.
Yeah,
But on the other hand,
yeah, hear you.
you guys just don't think it could work because it's so taboo. When it really
JT, can
could
I
if
ask
people
you a
wrap
quick
their minds
question?
around it.
You know, with that
Yeah, go ahead.
perspective that you thinking, right? Because I hear you. And to be honest, we live in a world where we're told what we should and shouldn't do. Why can't we have that perspective? But let me ask you something.
Right.
With that mindset, would that stop you from actually cheating because your mindset is, well, hold on, if I cheat, then my woman has just as much right, therefore I'm not going to cheat. Does that sway your mindset at all
It
ever?
exactly. It 100% does, because a lot of men feel like, well, I can do it. She shouldn't want to do it. No, you, ma'am. I can't just look at my phone right now. I don't know your name, but
Dr.
you
Love.
are 100% Dr. Okay, I thought it was the other lady. I'm sorry. You got kind of sounded like, but
Sorry.
you are just as much as a human being as I am a human being. You can do whatever you want to do, just like I can do whatever I want to do. You're going to feel how you want to feel, just like I want to feel how I want to feel. Just because I'm a man, that doesn't mean that, oh, I could just go out here and cheat and you not do the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
So the main question
That's
is,
putting too much on you.
so you're telling me, because I just want to clarify, you're telling me with that mindset, that stops you almost from cheating, right?
Well, of course, it definitely does in my mindset of today. Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Well, then
100%.
I would have to say I like JT's mindset. And ladies, even if you ain't going to do it, I think if you meet someone, you should say, listen, I just want to clarify. If you ever cheat on me, just know that I'm going to do it right back, even if you don't intend to. Because that's going to stop him from doing it in the first place. I love that. I like that, JT.
That's all men. That's all men. We don't never want to picture our woman with another man. So therefore, if you told a man, hey, just let you know, if you cheat on me, we can stay together only if I can do it back. I guarantee you, he might still do it and be like, oh, well, I know it's over, but he might. I tell you, somebody walk up on him, no, I'm good, I'm okay.
Yeah,
I can't picture my woman with a man.
I hear you, because there's a mental image now in his head. I like it.
There you go. And most, I'm telling you, all men could attest to that. If any man has been cheated on, the first thing we ask a woman, did you go downtown? Because that we envision that, and then we're like, oh, that's why you become you dirty dog, you dirty this, that, and the third, you 304, because now you're so dirty to me, to the fact that I can't even look at you because I pictured you with another man. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't look with it, mate.
JT, can I ask you a question just on that? I hear what you're saying, and it does, in a roundabout way, in my weird mind, I understand what you're saying, because that vision is probably enough to turn you off from making that mistake again. I totally get that, right? But do you not think that going forwards in your relationship, that vision and flashback will not come? Do you not think that in the long run, when you're with your woman, that you know that she has been with Dave down the road or whoever, is that not going to be difficult to cope with? Probably more difficult to cope with than trying to rectify yourself, her working with you, or you guys just not being together because it was just the wrong thing. Like, I just throwing it out there is a question. There's no wrong or right answer. I'm just asking you, because obviously you said that would help you. Do you not think that going forward that could be a trigger for you, like keeping your relationship strong and positive, or do you think you could just forget that and just move on as if nothing's happened?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not 100%. It's going to be a trigger. 100% it's going to be hard, but I have to choose to want to work through it. You know what I'm saying? If I can, this is the way I look at it. If I can go out there and do the dirt, I need to be able to get it dished back to me. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go through all of the emotions.
I think you're an accountable man. You take accountability. So for you, your mindset is, well, if I do wrong, then I have whatever's coming to me. I deserve it. I hear you.
Exactly.
I hear you.
Exactly. So when I think like that, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go through all the emotions. I'm gonna go through all this. But in the beginning, if I can't go through it, I don't need to go through it. But if I sit there and be like, I can't, I'm gonna have to suck it up. Because as a woman, y'all suck it up. Because you guys are really advocating for women to be cheated on and be like, it's okay, I can take you back. We can work through it. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, if you can go through that, I should be able to go through it as well.
They don't care about emotions
you know what I'm saying?
at all.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you,
All right,
Phil.
Now,
all right. We got somebody new who joined the panel. Edie Meanie, are you there? Edie Meanie? Edie Meanie. Mighty Mo.
A cute name. Eeny, meeny, miny,
Tiger
mo.
vibes too.
Catch the
All
fish and
right.
let them go. We need to let
Well, that
Eeny, miny go.
that person left. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you, JT. I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't gonna be able to take that, brother. I'm sorry.
And
Now,
that's your right.
I'm not.
Ain't no wrong with that either.
I'm not gonna cheat, but I know what happens when men and women have intercourse and hunching each other.
Of course.
And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, brother. We know what happens during hunching. Okay, I don't think any of us are virgins. I don't think any of us are virgins on this panel. Okay.
Hey, look, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Hey,
Biff,
That vision.
Biff,
That
speak for
vision.
yourself.
Oh,
I am a born virgin.
That
I know
Look,
exactly
look.
what you're saying, bro.
Dr. Love, you have children.
I do,
So,
but I thought I'm a reborn.
all right, children came in this world somehow. So this is what I'm saying. Okay, as a man, look,
I don't know
I
where they
apologize.
came from. I was sleeping
Look,
the whole
look,
time.
look.
they were delivered in the cot bed.
Woke up and then 9 months later, boom. I was like, damn. I
Oh,
guess I
there
got a
they
kid
are.
now.
Hey, look, I'm just keeping it real. I apologize for my faith fan base, but hey, I wasn't always what I am today. But I'm telling you, I don't know if I can take that because in my mind, I know what happens. So I'm thinking, yeah,
Are you
that
playing
definitely
games?
that's definitely something she wanted
Now,
to do and enjoyed.
switch the laptop off. I'm distracted.
So
You're not playing games, Ramar. You are grounded. Hey?
it's gonna be tough,
What
you
are you
know.
doing? I can't be asked to get up.
but
I've
Dr.
asked you
Love,
what you're doing.
Dr. Love, we can hear
what
everything,
you,
babe.
what you,
But you know what,
Exactly.
JT?
without going
Exactly.
into specifics, what are you saying? Are you talking about like a baby coming out of it, or like the specifics of the act? Are you talking about the specifics of the act or a baby coming out?
The act.
I'm talking about the act because
Yeah, the act.
if me and my wife get nasty, because that's my wife, you're supposed to get nasty with your wife, right?
Right.
100.
Right. So
Yeah.
you know how your wife like it, and you know how you give it to her.
Right.
So the man she get with, she's gonna want it she's gonna want it either the way you gave it to her or whatever. So it's safe to assume, man, all the nasty things she does to me in our bedroom, man, she done did that to him. Oh God, like it's just
So
it's tough.
That's
It
what I
is.
was talking
It is.
about, Bill.
But see that's what I said. I answered that as well. I said I'm gonna go through all of the emotions, all the male emotions. Yes, you're gonna go through them. But if you want to be with that person, and that's the only way they can get over it, man, you gotta bite the bullet. You did it.
No, but babe,
You did it. So
psychologically,
that don't make it better.
psychologically in your mind that will always be there, and you know it's easy to say because you're not gone through it. Trust me.
No, I have. I'm telling you.
Oh, you have.
I have.
Okay.
That's
Sorry.
that's why I can
Sorry.
speak. That's why I can speak the way I'm speaking because I have
my
gone
love.
through it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like me and the young lady, we lasted probably 3 years afterwards. You know what I'm saying? We
Okay.
ended up breaking up for other reasons. So when I'm
So you
saying
didn't get
what I'm
over
saying,
it. Okay,
I've lived
okay.
through it. Yeah. You get. I ain't gonna say I got over it, but you, like y'all said earlier, you accept what happened. You don't get over it because it still hurts. You know,
But
even if I think about it now, I'll be like that MF. But you accept it. It happened. It is what it is at this point.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes, babe, I'll be really honest with you, yeah? Sometimes when you get hurt so bad by something, right, that has happened to you, the best thing you can do for yourself to heal is move away. You know, there is a massive world out there and there is the right person for you. When you're going through something like this with somebody, that wasn't your person, because if your person cheats on you, then that's not your person in the first place anyway. And then if you think that by them cheating back is going to make you all okay, it's not. It really isn't, because it's just one wrong, another wrong. How do you then make that two wrongs right? It doesn't work. In my mind, this is just me speaking from my opinion, okay?
So let me ask you this. Like, what you just said was 100% true. But let me ask you this. When we talk about two wrongs don't make a right. So do you also agree or think that opposites attract more
Hell
than
yeah.
more than alike attract?
No, I don't feel either way. I think opposites attract. I think likes and likes attract. I wouldn't say one over the other. I think it works in both ways.
Okay. Well, do you agree that two negative numbers cancel each other out? And I know that we're not talking about numbers, but theoretically,
Right, we talking about people. I mean, you know.
I get it. No,
Yeah,
let me land.
don't complicate my brain. I only have a little
Let me
brain.
land.
Don't complicate it.
let me land real quick. Let me land. Y'all just walk with me. So
God.
we all know that two negative numbers cancel each other out, right? So therefore, even in life, two negative things is going to cancel each other out, no matter how they make you feel. We're bringing feelings into this, true enough. But when you look at the facts of it, wrong and wrong is gonna cancel each other out, depending on the wrong. Of course, you can't go out there and hurt somebody and then you hurt them back and don't think that's going to continue to happen. But when we're talking about trying to get over a certain thing, you have to bring into the fact that, okay, this could work. Not for everybody, of course, but it is an option. It's an option. If you can't do it, that's fine. You can't do it. If the other person wanna be like, okay, I'm going to accept you for what you did, that's fine. Y'all work out, that's cool. But there are people that's out there that be like, hey, I have to do it this way, and after I do this, we are perfectly fine. We good after this. That's just like in prison. When people have differences, you have to go through the negative to get through the positive.
I
We gotta
agree.
go ahead and bang it out. We gotta go ahead and fight, and then we're gonna be okay.
I agree. Like, listen, okay. So what I'm saying to you is that on paper, when we talk about maths, so we talk about numbers, a negative and a negative, and I was never good at maths, by the way. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. I was never
I'm
good at
not either.
maths, but a negative and a negative might cross each other out on paper with numbers. When we're talking about people and we're talking about relationships, it's not as clean cut as numbers, right? And you know why? Because people are individuals, right? There is you,
Right.
there is your woman. Now, one thing you said, which I totally agree with, if you and your woman are on the same page and you're both, I'm a zero, you're a zero, we're gonna cancel each other out, and you know what? Our negatives are gonna turn us into a positive. If you both believe that, then you have a fighting chance of making it work. Yes, I
That's
agree.
what I'm getting at.
Right?
That's what I'm getting
I
at.
agree.
That's all I've been
I
saying this
agree.
whole time, right there.
I agree.
What you just
But
said,
it's
that's all I've been saying
very,
this whole time.
but babe, it's very rare to find. You know why? Because we are humans, we have feelings, and we have a subconscious mind with triggers, and we are built very complex, right? As humans, we are very complex individuals because we have a heart, we have a mind, we have everything in between. And it's very rare that you are going to come totally 100% aligned with your partner. And why? And the reason I say that is because when we say we get together with somebody, what do we always say that makes it work? Compromise. So someone needs to come a little bit up, someone needs to come a little bit down, because we're never totally aligned with the next man or girl or whatever that you have partner-wise. You have to learn to compromise and work with each other. Now, when you're in a situation like this, yeah, where the only way that it can work is if you're both 100%, how many times do you get people that are 100% aligned? Very rare,
But check,
very, very rare. Do you
I
get
agree.
me?
I
So
agree.
that's why it
But
can become difficult. That's all I'm saying, my love.
oh yeah,
But I
I agree
do.
with you 100%. But one thing that you said to prove my point as well is compromise. It's still a compromise at the end of the day. We have to cut, because if that's the only way that I can get over it, you can't tell me that I can't get over it the way that I need to get over it. You want me to get over it the way you want me to get over it because it may hurt you. And therefore that's not a compromise. That's just saying that, well, I did this, so therefore I'm not really cool with you doing it. I just want you to get over it. That's all. If a
All
person
right.
needs a compromise, that's the compromise that they want. Just that one thing. That's all I need to get over this. And if you can't give me that, then we don't need to be together.
But sometimes
You already did wrong. We
some
don't need to be together because you did wrong.
JT, you know.
Hold on.
So,
Real quick, I want Kay Vigilant to join the conversation. Hey, Kay, how you doing, Kay?
She's my girl. How are you, my darling?
I'm good. Hey, Fifth, how
Hello.
you doing? Hey,
Casey is my
Soul.
girl. She's a beautiful soul. How are you,
Hi,
Casey?
JT, right?
How you doing? Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
good.
What's
How are
up?
you? I'm good.
I'm all right.
Hey,
Go on,
Kay,
Casey. Should we
you
hear
see?
from Casey?
Yeah, let's hear from. Hey, Kay, you
She's
see
been
the prompt,
lifting
right?
in
I
the
kind of
comments.
blind, so you got it's
Okay,
small.
it's okay. Do cheaters really change or just get better at hiding it?
Oh God. Oh Lord. Okay, so
Casey,
yes.
Fifth, let's hear from Casey. Do you know what? My girl's been sitting down there in the comments, typing away, like type. And she's got lots to say. I want to hear her if that's okay, Fifth. Let's see
I
what she's got
don't
to
have
say.
lots to say. Okay, let me see.
Whatever you
does
think, my love.
cheaters,
I'm not putting it on you. Just whatever you feel you want to say. If you want to, my love, as well. Now she's got, you know what she's doing, Fifth? She's going back and she's reading all the comments that she's read.
I'm just looking at the prompt again. Does cheaters ever change? I think that they could change. I think they could change depending on who they're with, if they really love that person. I think that if both couples work on it together and want to keep the relationship, I think it could work. I think that person that cheated could not do it again. I do believe that. But if you're not aligned and not wanting the same things, I don't see that being possible.
Casey, the big question, my love, and I'm really curious on your opinion on this, right? Do you think that if she said, if he had done her a dirty, let's not do it that way, because we always say it towards the men. Let's flip it. Say she has done him the dirty, yeah? So she has been unfaithful, and then the guy is kind of hurt by it, and then he says, okay, well, you know what? To make me feel better, I'm going to go and do it to you. And then once I've done that, then we're all good. What's your opinion of that?
I don't think it's gonna be equal. That's my opinion. It might be equal for him, or him make him feel good, but for me, if it was that she was an order for that, I wouldn't feel like it's equal because it's not the same. It's like the first time it happened, he didn't think I was gonna cheat, so that's like a shock and a surprise for me, to him. So now that I know you gonna do it, that ain't gonna mean nothing to me. I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna look at it like it's the same feeling. It might be that for you, but if I'm telling you this, say I'm telling you this, are you my man? And I'm telling you this, that's not gonna mean nothing to me. It's not the same thing. How would you feel? How would you feel
100%.
if I were to say that to you?
I didn't even think of it that way.
Okay, so I cheated on you first, right? You didn't expect that was gonna happen. That hurt you bad, right? And I'm just saying this just in general. That hurt is not gonna be the same hurt for me. when you do it.
Because you know about
But
it.
see, oh, I got you.
You
Because
get
you
what I'm
know about
saying?
it.
So
You
that's
know
what
that
but
it's
see,
I'm
this
gonna
thing about it,
happen.
if
Yes.
the
Right.
person is not trying to hurt you,
You
Pre-planned.
nailed it. You nailed it, Casey.
I'm
So
not
that's
I'm
where
not
I'm
trying.
at with that. So my thing is
Yeah.
this for
This thing
you.
about it, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just trying to feel better for me. This thing about it, it's not about you. That's the point that I'm arguing at right here. It's
Okay, I
not
see.
about you. It's not about me hurting you. If you did it, the only way that I could feel better, the only way that I can get over it is if I did it. You feel what I'm saying?
So
So
you,
that's kind of how it should have been
so
questioned.
that's like
Do
a
you
pass
feel
to me.
like that's okay?
That's like
It's
a
like a
pass to
pass.
me. Yes, it's like a pass. Because if you're
So I
gonna
mean, how,
forgive me by doing that, for me that's like a pass. That's you wanting a pass. Because that's gonna make you feel better if you do it to me. I mean, my whole thing with it is that's my opinion. My whole thing with the situation is this. It hurts you, you know, and if you doing this. Okay, what about this? What if I tell you this? That's not gonna make things better in this whole situation. I'm your woman,
that's
and
your
I'm
opinion.
telling you this, and I'm telling you, I don't think that how is that gonna make anything better between us?
I just told you. So what it is
No, between us.
if you ask
Between
me if you
us.
ask, no I'm
Not
about
between
to tell you.
not for you.
No, but hold on. So you do me wrong, and the only way that we could be okay is if I just forgive you. But I'm
No.
telling you that the only way that I could be okay and that we can grow from here is if I did the same thing, and now it's a problem.
No, I guess well then we just don't come to a compromise then.
It's a compromise. So you're not willing to compromise in my favor, but I have to compromise in your favor as the one
No,
that got cheated on.
I'm not saying that. I'm not
Yeah, you're
saying
not
that.
saying it, but it's so
No.
many words though.
I don't
It's so
see
many
how
words.
that is this. My thing is I don't see how that is gonna make our relationship better.
Do you know why
But
it won't make?
this,
Do you know
this
why?
what I'm
Do you know
this what I'm
why?
telling you. The
JT,
only way
JT.
we can grow.
JT, one second, my love. I just want to say something, and I'll tell you exactly why it won't make the relationship better. Okay, let's put the scenario. Yeah, I'm with my man. My man cheats on me, right? I'm really hurting because he cheated on me, and he then turned around and says to me, "Do you know what? It's okay if you go and do it." Because that will make you feel better. Or I might say to him, okay, well, I'm going to go and do this because it's going to make me feel better. I then go out there, cheat with someone that I don't even want to do. I don't even want to cheat because I'm not a cheater. How? And then I come back to my man, and you know what the resentment will be? You fucking made... Sorry, Fifth. You made me be somebody I'm not... just to make it okay in me and you, between me and you. So not only am I now going to be upset by the fact that you cheated on me, I'm now actually going to be quite kind of disappointed in my own self that I did something that I wouldn't ordinarily do just to make this relationship work. Do you hear
I
me?
get that.
That's
Yeah,
why
I
I'm
get that
saying that
100%.
two wrongs don't make a right. It doesn't make it
For
right.
you, that's what I'm saying. For you, this is my opinion, right? This is my opinion. You have your opinion. The young lady has her opinion that just came on,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
agree with you guys' opinion as well. But for you guys not to agree with mine, it
I
kind
didn't
of
say-
says a lot.
No,
It says a lot,
exactly.
but it's still
As long as it
your
works for
opinion
you,
as well.
JT. As long
It's
as
still
it
your
works for
opinion as
you, my
well.
love.
I agree with it. Say what
Muggs,
now?
this is my thing. This is my thing. I was in a situation like that. How about that? Let me use my situation.
Oh, okay.
My person cheated on me, and I forgave him. So we move forward. What I wouldn't feel better for me to do that too, because now it would be okay. He thinking I'm doing it, I'm thinking he doing it, and and it keep going, It's gonna be like a ripple effect in my mind. I mean, for me, I would rather you show me in actions that's gonna prove to me that you're about me. You're not out there doing there's such a you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But it's like, to me, that That's on me. That's to me. But if we were in a relationship and you said that to me, I would have been like, well, you know what? And it might sound selfish to you. It might sound selfish and it might be contradictory or whatever you want to say it. And it might not sound right. But I don't think it would. I would rather you dump me and leave me than to say you going to go cheat. Because I mean,
that's okay. That's okay.
okay, that's where I'm at. That's just my
Because
opinion.
at the end of the day, like I said, I agree with everything you guys are saying. I'm just arguing the point of if you
I get
cheated
it.
on me
I get it.
and you wanted and you was like, okay, how can we move past this? And I was like, that me cheating on you is the only way that I can move past it, and then we can go from there.
I
And
get
you
it.
were like, no, it won't. It don't work for me. Then of course we don't need to be together. But also that's contradicting because you did the act first, and now the only way I can get over is me doing the act. That's all I was saying.
I get it. And I did the act first. And I was wrong for doing the act. And I'm telling you I was wrong for doing the act. There's nothing right about doing the act. But it still was wrong. So I'm not going to have you do
100%.
wrong and do something that you're not, that something
And
is not
see,
in you to prove a point. Like,
no, I think we're missing each other's point.
no, we're not.
Feel like
No, we're not. I get what you're saying. But that's where I'm coming from. That's how I'm seeing
yeah,
it. But I get you. I
yeah.
get your point. I get your point. I do. I see where you're coming from.
Okay.
And I know, again, it
I get
sounds
yours. I
contradictory,
get yours
but
as well.
yeah,
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that because you're an individual.
yeah.
If that's how you feel, that's 100% right. That's your right. No matter what, nobody can tell you you're wrong in how you feel. You know what I'm saying? But as in the same breath I'm
JT, my
saying
lovely.
that, the
J-
point that I'm
JT,
arguing, yeah,
JT, my love, I just want to say one thing. Please don't feel in any way that, like, literally we're just sharing opinions, yeah? And like you
yeah,
said, and
yeah.
I truly believe this, right? Whatever panel I go on, I say to everybody that you are totally within your rights to have your own opinion and feelings and say what you think. And it might work
Right.
for you and it might be something completely different for someone else. There is no wrong and right in this because we're all individuals, right? So whatever works for one person may not be the same for the other, but we need to be respectful and accept that, you know? So you're well within
Exactly.
your
Yeah,
rights in what you're saying, my
yeah,
love,
I
okay?
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Trust
yeah.
me. I do.
And
And,
I,
you
I
know, it
respect I
sounds like,
respect all you guys' opinion, of course.
it
And true
sounds like
enough,
it's right.
just to throw this
We're
out
just
there,
giving you opinions, my
just
love. Like we're all
of
sharing
course.
views,
Now,
right?
yeah, just throwing this out there. I don't feel attacked or anything. I don't feel any type of way about it
But you see,
because,
but
like
you
I
see
said,
my,
we all.
But you see
I'm
another
sorry.
but you
another
see
point
where
of view.
I told you it happened to me. You see that part? It did happen to me,
Yeah,
but you know, for me, I didn't
I don't
want
know.
to be somebody that I'm not, you know. I'm not going to do that when I'm trying
Yeah.
to prove a point, like trying to make it to where this is not what we should be doing anyway. You get what I'm saying?
Anyways, exactly. And that's
Yeah,
where
yeah,
So
I
I get
came
you.
when
I
I said
get
two
you.
for
wrongs
me,
don't
I
make a right.
wasn't trying to be doing that because if I'm gonna do that, I might as well not be with your ass. Oops, sorry. I'm messing up myself.
And
Not
that
be
was
with
my
you.
whole point, Casey. That was my whole point. That if you're in a situation that you feel that you need to be somebody you're not, just to make yourself
And
feel
that's all I
better,
was saying.
yeah,
That's all I
then
was
this is
saying.
that then it's not the relationship for you. That's not your person.
Now you understand what I'm saying? I think that's now it came out better that way. You understand my point now, JT?
No, I understood you from the get-go. I was just trying to kind of get you to look at it from a different perspective
Yeah, I see it.
because
I see your perspective.
I understand what you were saying, but I was just trying to get you to understand what I was saying. That's all.
Yeah, I see it.
You know, JT, my lovely, the beautiful thing on a Fifth Live, has amazing topics here, yeah? And we all get together and we all talk and we share our opinions. There is nobody that's right. There's nobody that's wrong. They're our own individual opinions, right? So
Yeah,
nobody is
And you know
slandering
what,
anybody,
JT?
and we're just saying
You
and
made me.
helping each other out. And maybe you might, you know what? Maybe you might think differently after hearing from us. Maybe we might think differently after hearing
Yep,
from you.
that's what I
That's
was
the
gonna say that.
beauty. That's the yeah, exactly, Casey. That's the beauty of this panel. And you know, alhamdulillah, we're coming from all over the globe here. I'm from the UK.
Yeah.
Casey, babe, where are you from? Canada,
I'm from the
America.
Virgin Islands. Yeah.
Virgin
America.
Islands, there you go. My girl's from the Virgin Islands. You guys are from America. I mean, look at us. We're all global. We're talking about a topic that affects us all over the globe. And
Yeah.
yet we all have different opinions. What do? We
Right.
air it, we listen to it, and we learn from each other.
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
We take away
So
what
now
makes
I
sense.
know that if I start talking to somebody, we're gonna have to have clarity, okay? In the beginning.
And see,
If you're gonna cheat on me, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna cheat on you, just know that, so we could be in the same alignment.
And that's
Okay,
what it's
that's
all
toxic.
about in the first place.
But I would never
I'm
do
just
that.
saying, that's what I just said.
I would never be able to.
Listen, that's
I mean,
my point. It's toxic, man.
yeah, and it starts off on a negative. It completely
No, you just
starts
did
off
not
on a
creep in there
negative.
and say, "Okay, that's toxic."
So quick question.
Toxic, negative.
Quick question. Because that's
It
crazy.
is toxic, man.
Oh,
So
JT,
it's
we're just
not-
gonna give you.
it's
You know
not-
what, JT? We're just
it's
gonna
not
give you a
toxic.
big virtual hug right now. All of us, we're all gonna hug. We're gonna do a big virtual
Hold on.
hug, guys. Put your arms out. We're gonna give
Hold
each
on.
other a big virtual hug.
Okay, my arms are out.
I'm
Come on,
JT.
Fifth.
Fifth, come in, Fifth.
I'm trying to figure out
Yo.
what I'm getting
He-
hugged for. Like, I don't get what I'm getting hugged for. I agree with
It's
you
just
guys.
a hug.
It's just a hug.
Just
It's
I
just
said,
a love.
okay.
It's just a love.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, hey, I love y'all too. I appreciate it. I really
Oh,
do.
see?
That's all it was,
But
but
it was
that's all it was.
it was a thing. It was a thing that I think Phil said it. So if your girl cheats on you, it's not toxic until you do it to her back. It's only toxic if you do it back. That what you said?
What?
Nah, that's not.
That's wild, bro.
Nah,
I
that's
only think I heard
not.
What did you say?
You peeked in for a quick second and said, that's toxic. Huh? That is crazy.
I think he threw you under the bus there, Fifth.
I was
Listen.
I was responding to Kay because Kay said, well, the next man she talked to, they're gonna have to talk it out and say, hey, if you cheat on me, just know I'm gonna cheat on you back. And I said, that's
Because
toxic.
that's kind of what he was saying. I mean, at least it'll be out in the
toxic,
open.
though.
Listen, Dr. Love said we need to clarify it, right? So we're gonna clarify this in the beginning.
Well,
We clarifying it in the beginning, and but this is my
That's not a
clarification.
good clarification.
This is
We don't
JT
wanna be doing that.
clarification, not mine.
don't wanna
Let's
be
get
doing
that
that.
straight. Let's get that straight. It's JT's clarification, right?
I
Well-
JT,
It's not toxic though.
it's toxic.
It's-
Oh, it's
No,
toxic
check
as
this
hell.
out. Check this out.
Well,
It's only
JT,
toxic
when-
if you guys keep going. we was talking about
but
trying
that's
to
the
grow
risk.
something. And I was
That's
telling
the
you-
risk,
I was telling
JT.
you
That
guys-
is a
that's
risk.
the
That
risk.
is a big
Yes.
risk.
So
Yes.
Because
it's not a big
your
risk.
wife,
Hold on. Let me ask
JT,
y'all
your
a
wife
question.
come
Let me
back
ask y'all a question.
pregnant. Your wife come back pregnant. What's next?
Oh,
Yeah. She
alhamdulillah.
could've-
No.
Hold on. I also so the person that I cheated on with, I couldn't have made her pregnant. Is that what you
That
saying?
too.
No,
That's another
no,
risk.
yeah, that's the
another
point.
risk.
That's the
Either
point.
way, that-
She.
the
No, I'm
point-
saying. No, this is what I'm
The
saying.
point is
I'm
she might not
saying.
know.
This is what I'm
She
saying.
might
This is
not
what I'm
know
saying.
where it is.
Two-
Yeah, she
two
might not
thing-
know
two
where
thing-
it's from.
Two things can happen. You cheated on your wife first. You got the woman pregnant, or we just
Yeah.
don't know yet. But then your wife comes back, and she's like, "Okay, I got done with Dave from accounting." All of a sudden, she's pregnant. So now, not only did she
I
get her
know
lick
that.
back, but she one-upped you. Now she came back with a whole baby, and she
Yeah, y'all
says,
go
"Oh, and I'm keeping the baby." What we doing then?
And JT, you don't
Okay,
even
and
know.
that's
You
all
wouldn't
fine
even
and
know
dandy.
at that
I
point.
don't have to stay there.
There you go.
No, but
There
that's
you
what
go.
I'm
I
saying.
mean, if she come back,
You just said
If she
it.
come
Like,
back and
there
be
you
like-
go.
if she come back and be like, If the woman that you cheated with come back and be like, you was the last person I was with, you got to go get that test, right? And then you find out, right? So now you know, okay, that baby mine, I got a baby. You the one out here had a baby.
Listen.
Okay, yeah, we can leave each other alone, but we both.
But I
wrong.
think
But
Fifth,
do we choose to stay together?
I think Fifth
Listen, if a
has brought
baby,
it
first of
real.
all, if I find out that you even had sex without a condom, that's it.
Innit?
Hey,
Innit?
K, real quick. K. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We're adults on this panel. We know what intercourse is,
Oh, Lord,
right?
here you go.
Okay. Let's just keep it real.
Okay.
Especially married. We know how nasty we know how nasty we can get.
Yes.
So your man, all the nasty private things he did to you, he does that to the woman. Okay, you forgive him, but then you come back to him, and in his mind he's like, you know what? I'm a freak, and my wife a freak. I know how she get down. Dang, she done probably did that with that man. So the image is in the head. You know what I'm saying? So now when you it's a psychological mind.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
When you sleep with your wife, are you not gonna have that like, in the back of your head?
Listen, that's
We're
why I'm
only
not about to
human.
sleep with
We can't
nobody.
control everything that goes on in our mind. We are only human,
Well,
right? You can only
it
control
could have
a
been.
certain amount.
Think about it. It could have been even freakier, because the reason why he's cheating on you is because there's something that you won't do in the bedroom that the other girl will
She's
do.
going even harder.
And that's a good point. And that is a good point you're making, which is fine.
Oh.
But my thing is this. It's for me, I don't see going and doing it with another man that I don't fucking like. Or I mean, that won't be
And you're doing
my
it for
interest.
what reason?
Yeah, what
Casey?
am I doing it for?
What are you
for
doing
just to
it
do it?
for?
To degrade
Just to
myself? For me,
revenge?
that's I don't want to do revenge, because I feel like that ain't gonna serve me in the long run. That's not how I'm not about that.
And I think
I
JT
just feel like
needs
if
to
we're
understand
gonna
that as
work
well.
through this, I cannot show you the same thing that you did to me.
Exactly. Here you go. There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with
There
you.
you go.
And I said this earlier before you came on the panel. I was saying to JT, look, I don't know if I can take it. I'm telling you. I get it. We could talk about something until you're in it for real, and then you gotta make a decision, because you're married, y'all got kids, and so family split. But let me tell you something. The moment I feel tempted, and I have my wife and my family, I'm thinking, Fifth, if you do this, everything could end right here. Is it worth you doing this?
Right. And you're right. And you're right. But listen,
100%.
I'm not my
It's tough.
husband. I'm not my husband. So his mentality, I don't know where it was at. I don't know.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
apparently I wasn't important enough, because your wife called me first. I don't care. I don't care. You put somebody before me, I'm done.
That's a him problem, babe, not a you problem. That's a him problem. You understand me? Because you are amazing. And you
So
are
we
doing
human,
everything you
okay?
were.
We human. So
Yeah, we're all human and we make
I
mistakes.
feel like, you give people the benefit of the doubt. I want to prove that I did everything I could do to save my marriage. Are you understanding my point, Fifth? You
Casey,
get what
that's
I'm
what I was
saying?
going to ask you. Casey,
So-
that's what I was
Okay.
going to ask you.
Kay, I understand. I understand you perfectly. I'm just giving you the male psyche on here that's different from JT, because JT said that he has to live with the fact, and I understand what JT is saying. He has to live with the fact that if he stepped out, that she's gonna want to step out, right? And what I'm saying is, and hey, call me insecure. That's cool. I'm telling you right now, if I step out and my wife says I want my revenge, I don't know if I'll be able to take that. So guess what it is, right?
Same here.
Guess what
Same
I'm gonna have to
You would
do.
here.
Guess
probably
what I'm gonna
step
have to
out.
do.
You'd probably
I'm
step
a,
out.
I'm a, I'm gonna have to leave the relationship
Yeah,
and
you
just
will.
start and start
Yeah.
over and start over with the new relationship because
But
I can't take it.
exactly.
Mhm.
Even though you,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
even
Ain't
though
nothing
you
wrong with
did
that.
wrong, even though you did wrong, Fifth,
And
even
I'm
though
glad that
say you
the
did
men out there
wrong.
that can't take that type of stuff.
Yeah, because
But
at the end of
It's
the day,
accountability.
it's
That's all it is.
accountability.
It's
Mhm.
taking accountability for
You
what you
made a
did.
Mhm.
mistake, you did wrong. And if your wife
But
is
am
like
I a
not able
bad
to work with
person
you, walk away.
for staying with my husband? And that's the
No,
thing
you're
that
not.
that
You're
get me
not.
with
You're
people.
not.
No,
But
you're not a bad person to
K.
stand with.
No,
But
Casey, you're not.
K, you're not bad. But K, if if you here's what would make it bad, and I get it. It's gonna sound contradictory, but here's what would make it bad. And if you said, "I'm gonna make you feel what you made me feel,"
We feel
now how about that?
exactly.
That
That's
would
my
make
point.
that would make you
And
bad,
that's
Yeah,
something I couldn't do. You get what I'm
right?
saying?
But you know why
And I
it's bad?
didn't.
Do you know why it's bad, babe?
And I
Because
didn't.
you did it.
I did not do it. I
Yeah,
did not
exactly. I
do
know
that.
you did not. You know what makes it bad? Fifth, you know what it makes it bad? I'll tell you what makes it bad. That's malicious. Yeah?
Yeah, that's
When you
toxic.
sit
Like
there
he said,
and
toxic.
it's malicious. I'm gonna go for you because you went for me. Okay. You know that song, Bobby Brown? Two can play that game, girlfriend.
Oh, wait.
You
What?
know,
I
two can
don't
play
remember that
that
one.
game. That's that mentality, Bobby Brown.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
I thought you
but
was about to sing.
also,
Ain't nobody humping around.
Around. Right. She don't went to a song that I don't even
I
think
think
I
two can
heard
play that
about.
game
You
is
heard that
very
song?
apt. Very apt to this conversation. Two can play that game.
what you guys are
Listen,
saying
Fitz.
that you can dish it, but you can't take it. That's also a thing as well. Now,
Yeah, it is, but you know,
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
dish
hey,
anything I can't take
if
now.
you can't,
I don't do that.
if you can't dish it and can't take it, it's okay. Just say
I
it.
normally could
But
take and take
that's
stuff.
okay.
So.
That's okay as well. You feel me?
But the thing is, JT, when you do it, the best thing you can do is either you work on yourself to better yourself as a person and prove to your partner that, you know what, I'm working on myself, it's not going to happen again. The solution is never to say, okay, I allow you to do the same. I mean, that is just, I did wrong, why don't you go and do wrong? I mean, how does that make sense? It doesn't
I
make
That's
think
what
sense.
it
I'm
would
saying.
be.
That's the thing that I'm arguing right there. You guys are basically saying what you're saying is more okay, and what I'm saying is not okay ever. And that's
I'm
just
not.
simply not true.
Well, I ain't
It
saying
may
it.
not be.
So.
Now check this out. It may not be true for you, and that's okay. That's what I'm saying. It's okay that it's not true for you. There's a lot of things out here that I might do that you might do, and that is okay. But to say that what I'm saying is just completely wrong for everybody,
No,
you can't just say that.
we
I'm
ain't
not
saying that.
saying
We
that.
never said that.
It's
I'm not
wrong
saying
for-
that.
No,
We never said that.
But you kind of are. You just
No,
said
we're
that
not. That's
it's
implying.
never. No, I'm
That
not
is-
talking about you. I'm not talking about you, man.
Oh.
I'm talking about was it doctor?
No, Soul
Was that the
Survivor.
doctor that just said that?
No,
Soul
you just
Survivor.
told-
When you
I-
use,
and
Dr.
when
Love
you
left.
use words, I'm sorry. When you use words
No.
like when you use words like never, you should never do something. That's telling somebody you can never do that, but that's just simply not true. It may not work for everybody, but it will work for some, and that's
I
all
agree.
I'm saying.
I agree.
That's all I'm
And
saying.
I agree.
So let me
and I-
ask you this, JT.
I agree.
Let me put another spin on this.
Casey, one second, my
Come
love.
on,
Let me
Rick.
just apologize.
Come on.
JT, I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way because I've always said throughout this whole life, I've always said, right, each to their own. Everyone has their own opinions. What works for everyone works for everyone. Yeah, I've said it
Yeah.
throughout the whole life, right? So please don't
Right.
get me in a wrong way. Listen, if it works for you, babe, it works for you. I wouldn't say, in my mind, it doesn't make sense, and in my mind, it's wrong, which is why I said it. But for you, if it makes sense, that's fine. Like I said throughout the live, nobody is right or wrong. We have our own opinions.
Yep, we
And
do.
we're going to walk away from this and thinking to ourselves, do you know what? I'm going to stick to what I believe in. Or you're going to think, you're going to walk away and think, maybe I got something to think about. And that's what's
Well,
the
we're gonna
beauty
think
of it.
about this spin right now. Listen.
What? Go on, baby.
Okay.
girl.
So what if the woman that you got that cheated on you, JT, right? And you did the do to the other person. Okay, Dave. What your name is, David?
Dave from accounting.
Dave from accounting, okay?
Dave from the accounting. Okay.
What if you have a female that like, oh, he really did this to me, he went and cheated, I'm gonna do this again.
That's when it's wrong. Of course, that's when it's wrong. You
But the
you
problem
only
is
get
it
the one
opens up the
time.
door. It opens up the door, babe. That's the thing.
That's why I'm
When
saying
you've done
no,
it,
no,
Yeah.
when you've done it.
Okay,
So
it
let me
opens the door.
let me ask you guys this question. So did I not already open the door when I cheated? You
He
guys
did.
are acting like
You
guys
did.
are
What
acting like,
mean?
oh, as soon as
What
the
you
other
mean?
hold on, you guys are acting like as soon as the other person do it, that's when it opens up the door.
No,
to
no,
a lot
no,
of bad
no.
stuff. No. The
Wait.
initial
What you
act-
mean you open up the door? I confused.
He's saying he cheated
just
first,
said,
so he opened up the door.
Oh, he cheated
No,
first.
hold on.
I thought I cheated first.
Somebody somebody
No,
just
you
came and
didn't
said
cheat first,
it opens
Sophie.
up the door to other stuff. So that's
Well,
I
never
ran with
mind.
that. So let me understand what you said. Could you say it again?
JT, you know one thing. Can I just say one thing, please, before you say anything? Because it's really in my heart at the moment. And I just want to say to you, stop punishing yourself. You made a mistake. All right? You made a mistake. You did something wrong. Stop punishing yourself and allowing yourself to go through the same trauma that you've put someone through, yeah, and saying it's okay when you know deep down in your heart it's not okay. Listen, be
Okay.
kind
Okay,
to
hold on.
be
Hold
kind
on.
to yourself and stop
One
stop
second.
punishing
One second.
yourself.
I
We're all
highly appreciate
human. We
what you
make
just said to me.
mistakes.
No, I get it. I highly appreciate what you just said to me. But once again, that's why I feel like you guys got me wrong. I'm a happily married man. I'm 36 years old. Happily
Yay!
married. You understand? So check me out. Check me out. I was only arguing devil's advocate because people frown upon a lot of things because they don't understand it. I don't beat myself up about anything. I'm a very, very happy man.
I'm
But
so
the
happy.
Alhamdulillah.
the
Glad.
reason I was arguing the fact is because people could be closed-minded, and I don't mean no harm when I say that. But
Yeah,
people
you're
have
right.
to understand that people have to understand when they're being closed-minded. Even the most understood and very smart people, you can be very closed-minded to certain things that you deem wrong. When in reality, it's not as wrong as you think it is. That's what I'm arguing for. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Hold on,
I get
hold
it.
on. I need
Yeah,
I need
I'm
a
a
brain
very,
I need a
very
brain
happy
recheck.
man.
I need a brain recheck. So JT,
Yeah, brain recheck.
are you happily married after
Happy.
after your situation happened,
Oh
or
no,
was
I'm
have
not
you?
with that person.
Yeah, that was before the
Oh, that
marriage,
was
lady.
before you were
Yeah,
married.
no.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that
you
was
left.
before I was married. Yeah.
Okay, so you left,
Well,
and now you're in a happy marriage.
I think you missed it a little early when I said that.
Well,
yeah,
he's
the
a changed man.
person
He's a
that-
changed man.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, the
Well,
person
listen,
that all that was
God
going
bless
on
you.
with, we
Yeah.
did what we did. We went back and forth. We end up leaving each other on other reasons, not for what we're talking
Oh,
about.
I heard
now.
that part.
You know
I
what
heard
I'm
that part. I
saying?
heard
It
that
just
part.
okay, but yeah, I'm a happily married man, going on 3 years now.
So
And she's changed. She changed. That's the word, change.
stay good, be a good husband, and alhamdulillah, you'll have no problem.
I'm
Just
happy
stay
for
as
you.
you are. Just stay
Oh yeah,
loved up. You know the key. You know the key to the relationship. Stay
What's
loved
that?
up. Stay loved up. Right? You
Let
do
me
for
Yeah.
her. She does for you. Stay loved up, and you're gonna never need to have your eyes wander
Outside stuff.
anywhere.
Yep.
Of
let
Right,
course,
me let
of
me
course.
say
I feel like one of the
yeah.
other keys is understanding. Is
Yep,
total,
yep,
total and utter understanding. You have to
But
have an
now,
open mind being
JT,
in any
JT,
relationship.
You're in the best relationship now. See, whatever happened to you happened for a reason. I'm a real believer in what happens for a reason. It teaches
Yeah,
you, right? Anything
I
you
agree
go
with that.
through teaches you,
That's
right?
how
It teaches
like
you. Look at you.
yeah,
You're a better man for it.
yeah.
You're a
I agree.
better man for it.
That's the way I live life. That's one of my main things I tell
100,
anybody.
100.
Everything happens
Happened
for
for
a
a
reason. I
reason.
tell
Happened for
anybody
a reason.
just because I just told my one of my cousins, I was like, man, just because you got your heart broken right now, don't say that you ain't never gonna get into another relationship. Don't say that you're
Yep.
never gonna get into another marriage
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
that
Yep.
whatever just happened to you made you better for the person that's coming. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I'm a firm
And that's
believer
exactly
in
what's
that
happened with
because
you.
Well,
That's
well,
exactly what's happened
let
with
me,
you,
value
JT. I'm so
Fifth,
I
proud of
value
you. I'm
everything
so
that happens
happy
to
for
me.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Fifth need to
Big,
say
let me,
Thank you.
something.
big
yeah,
love to
yeah.
you, JT.
I gotta end it soon.
All right.
I'm at work and I gotta clock in soon. But I want to say this real quick, right? So I'm gonna tell you something. I'll never do something waiting on a revenge from a woman. Cause let me tell you something about women, y'all. When they say when it says hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, they
Mm-hmm.
wasn't lying. When a woman gets revenge, let me tell you something. I feel like women revenge better. I'm telling you. A woman, not all women, but the women who have this in their mind. You go cheat on her. She'll cheat on you with a relative, your boss.
Ew.
You know what I'm saying? And that right there, and then you gotta look at that person every day. That your wife
But
went and let her get
Yeah.
clapped by.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
yeah. Hey, but look, check. That's only if you look at it that way, my man. I swear to God, nobody can take anything from you, but you don't let them take from you. So if you let them tell you, oh man, I
But it's
clapped
not
your
in
wife.
his
I'm
hands,
like,
it's in
okay,
hers.
okay. It's like, okay, that's fine. You clapped her. I clapped a lot of women as well. Hey, that's okay. That's fine. I'm not with her anymore.
I
You know what
ain't
I'm
just
saying?
say a lot of women. I'm saying it's who they seek
No,
out. So,
no, I
like
get it. I get it. That's
your
what I'm saying.
cousin, your relative, your own
Your
dad.
best
I'm
Yeah.
friend.
telling you.
And women, and
But
Fifth,
check,
I'm not
this
gonna
out.
lie.
Check this out. If she can mess with anybody in your family, then that family member don't mess with you anyway. So it shouldn't
Yep.
even matter.
Yep.
That
Agree.
that's true.
It shouldn't even
But
matter. It don't
no,
matter who she
yeah,
mess with. If she can mess with my dad is dead to me. You ain't never
Yep.
rocking me for real. I don't mess with you.
yo,
I can't get mad at her.
but
She's trying to get her
that's
shit back.
that's
That's
two
exactly what
people.
she's supposed to do.
But
That's two
that's
people
two
you
people.
lost.
That's two
Yeah,
people
two
who
people
mean
you
the
Who
world
lost.
to
didn't
you.
value
Who
you? That's two people
right?
that didn't value you.
That's two people that
Yeah,
mean the world to you. As
that
whereas if
betrayed
it's a
you.
stranger that you don't
Mm-mm.
see, it's one thing. But let it be
100.
somebody that you see.
Oh,
Oh my
oh yeah.
God!
You know what?
They didn't
I
value
forgot to
you.
tell you guys. I'm a Libra. So I
What?
can
You were
drop
what? You
anybody
were what? You were what?
I'm a Libra.
Oh, that's me
I can
too.
drop anybody. I can drop anybody at the drop of a dime. If you do me wrong, I don't mess with you ever in life. That's
Yep.
how I go through life. And that just is what it is for me. So that's why I
That's
can
how I
say
am
these
too.
things
So it
because
was hard for me too.
if you wrong me and you're that close to me, oh man,
Yep.
you're okay. You
You
got
did.
it. I'm gone now.
Yep.
You
Yep.
gone. I
That's
ain't
me
So
finna
then
too.
do
how
that.
did you
Okay,
say it was okay for your partner to go and like sleep with your best
Because
man and
this
your
is who you
like how
talking
does
okay,
that
to?
work then?
okay. Let me ask
Who
you
said
something. Let me ask you
who
something.
said that?
Mm-hmm.
You got sisters?
I have a twin sister.
You have even better,
Uh-uh.
even better. You got a twin.
You
She
are
You
must be
got a
That's
really
twin.
even better.
Now,
really
behaved,
now,
cute.
now,
preacher.
Kay.
Yes,
I say
yes.
this in a respectful way. I know
Mm-hmm.
what you look like. So your sister, she's identical, right? She look like you.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes and no. I mean, we
Okay,
had really look alike younger when, as you get older, yeah.
okay. Well. Anyway, let me get to the point.
Get to the point.
If let me get to the point. If I'm your husband, right? right?
Mm-hmm.
And I cheat on you with your twin.
Oh,
It ain't
oh.
nothing like that. You could tell the difference. Trust me.
No. I definitely could tell the difference, and I did it, right?
On purpose.
But
Mm-hmm.
but
That's horrid.
I would be
how?
done.
What? Oh, okay. You taking
You'd
me
be
back?
done with your man and your sister, no?
No, I'm
You
not.
taking me? Okay.
No.
Okay. Now, if I cheated
No,
on you,
listen. Now listen. The first time I didn't catch him in the act. I didn't have proof, but I knew by the way things was going. He was.
No, with your
I
sister
never
though.
saw the woman. I
okay,
never caught him in the
okay.
act. I never did none of that. But still,
No, Kay, I'm making a
if I
point of
knew,
I'm making a point of who I cheated with may change how you feel about how you take me back or not. I'm saying I cheated on you, but I cheated
I'm
on you
not
with your
taking you back.
sister.
I'm not taking you
Okay,
back.
but I cheat on you with Jasmine from Miami, who you won't see, and I want forgiveness. I'm not gonna do it again. You gonna take me back?
Yeah, I probably would.
Okay. So the point is that I'm making here, it's also who
Interesting.
you cheat with that
With.
also makes a difference.
Yeah,
Correct.
it do.
100%. 100%.
I never
Correct.
said that
Yeah,
it
I get you.
didn't. This is a new
Oh,
point
that's
you're
what
bringing
that's
out.
what you said to me.
Okay,
That's
it
what
is
you
a
said to
new
me.
point. It is a
Phil.
new point.
No, that's
New
an
point.
interesting point, actually. That's a very interesting
Yeah.
fact.
Very
If you were to
interesting.
cheat with somebody that you knew, it would be more
Okay, you bringing
painful.
out a new
It would be
point. Okay,
more
so
painful than somebody that you
yeah,
didn't
because
know.
it do.
Yeah, that's. I agree. I think that would be true.
You made your
Even for
point.
me. Yeah, but the
And,
thing is, I mean,
and for
I don't
me,
know. Yeah, go on.
that's a no-go. You can't cheat on me with somebody in my family if I didn't do it to you. Point blank. Period. That's just how I feel.
Yeah,
About it.
family
You
should
gonna
be
cheat?
like no-go territory, right? Like
Yeah,
straight.
Yeah.
And I would say,
that's off
I would
limits.
not just
Family
say
off limits.
family. I
Anybody
would say
should be a no
friends.
good territory,
I
actually.
would
But
say family
Man,
and friends
family,
is a
friends,
no-go.
acquaintance. Don't cheat on
No
me with
go.
nobody
if
I
you're in
know.
a situation where you kind of have a gut intuition, but you ain't had the proof, or you cheating with somebody in a different city that you ain't seen for a fact. I mean, really.
So was it someone that was from a different place then for you, Casey? Only if you want to answer. You don't have to. Okay, I'm just
I
asking.
mean, it was in
Hey,
the
It
same
wasn't.
state.
hey, make it quick because I gotta end. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Was it different? A different
It
state?
was a
did you say?
different. It was in the same state, not
It
city.
was, but you did you know the person or no?
No, I didn't know nothing. I didn't see nothing. I didn't know
Okay.
nothing. It was by
Okay.
word of mouth type thing, you know.
Okay, and that's how you found
And
out.
just the way things was going on in the house, you know
Yeah,
that.
you could tell. You could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha, girl, gotcha.
I think if I honestly
Man,
think,
it was
I
great
think if I
talking to
had
you
seen
guys.
it in person, I probably would not. I probably would not say. I ain't gonna
If I
lie.
saw it
I'm
in
gonna just
person, I would
be
have
real.
smacked her out. By the
Because
way.
when the second time I knew for sure I was out. You know, I'm not doing what Dr. Love do, smacking people. I ain't got time for that. I walking away.
I would.
Dr.
I would
Love says
smack
she
her
got.
out.
Dr. Love says she got that.
Rifle.
Dr. Love says she got that blam on standby if she caught it in the act.
Yeah, she said.
I ain't got
yeah.
nothing to stand by. I love my life. I ain't going
I wouldn't do
down
that
for the
anyway,
count for
but I would
nobody.
go for the girl. I would definitely go for the girl. Listen, my
The
hands are
girl?
enough. My chappals, my chappals. You know my slippers. My slippers are enough. I don't need no boom booms, man. My hands and shoes are enough. Have you seen my
said a
heels?
girl.
Guys?
She
Have you
definitely-
seen my heels? They're more lethal a weapon than anything else. But I wouldn't even go for the
Hey,
girl.
15,
I'd go for my man.
spiritual,
The
15
difference
minutes.
is I would go for my man. Because you know what? Girls are girls, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, like regardless, right? They have no loyalty to me. The person that has loyalty to me is my man. So if
You
my
don't
man has
either.
done that, it's the man you should be going for.
Yeah.
It's not the
100%.
woman. It's not the women. I don't give a
I
damn
thought you
about the
said
women.
you was going for the woman though.
No, what I'm saying is like
You did say that.
obviously, yeah, obviously, I would like to, but if I think about it, if you step away from the situation and look at it, it's not actually the woman that's in fault. It's your man, because the woman doesn't have a loyalty to you. She can do what she wants to do.
Exactly.
If
So
your man is
There you go.
open to that, your
no,
man's
no,
at
I'm gonna
fault.
take it a step further. No. So if the woman know that that's my man, we got a problem.
It's
Yeah,
still
but then
his fault more than
you
hers.
have to work out whether
I
she
get
knows about
that.
it.
I get that. Yes, I know that. But if that woman knows,
Oh, if the woman knew
we
that you're
have a
gonna get my
problem.
fucking heel in the
There's a
head
difference
anyway.
between the woman not
Sorry.
knowing and the woman knowing. It's two different things. But you still did what you did.
But
You could have
but the
still
thing
said no.
the thing is, babe, the thing
So
is,
don't come.
She don't owe you
the
nothing, so she can do
loyalty,
what she
Listen, she
wants.
don't owe me nothing,
that
but that don't mean
you
she got
you
your ass whooping.
you can't hurt
Thank you.
the outside. You can't hurt the outside. You gotta hurt
Right.
the people inside you that have hurt
Yeah,
you.
I don't need to hurt
Right.
nobody. That's why I say just
No,
leave me
I will
alone.
slap him around the
Just
head. I
leave
would
me
do everything. I'd
alone.
put my chopper off. I'd give a thupper. I would do everything. I'd
All
probably
right.
tie him up and put him
You
in the
have a good
dungeon.
one, Fifth.
All right, everyone. Hey,
You have a
thank
good
you
one,
for
Thank
JT.
thank you everyone for contributing to today's show. The algorithm was not really friendly to me today, but I'm glad that my supporters still showed up, contributed to the platform, and also tuned
Big
in and
up
watched.
there.
I appreciate that. All right. Hey,
Yes, spiritual. I agree.
JT, I followed you back, brother. I go live
Yes,
every
sir.
Tuesday and Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 Central. I don't know what time zone you in, but 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 Central. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do new topics every live.
Yeah, he does
All right.
amazing
I'm
topics.
probably
Tap in.
Also,
be in a comment.
Also, just to let you know, because I do put a disclaimer in my welcome bio anytime somebody comes on, and this is why I remind people: if you're gonna get personal, watch what you say and don't name drop, because I put my lives on my YouTube channel, okay, for replay value. All right.
Okay, then
So,
don't ask me nothing about my personals, okay? Bam.
yeah, well, we've been established that. You know what I'm saying? But this is why I do theoreticals with you. This is why I do theoreticals with you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
they're not
So,
so deep. Yeah.
all right, y'all. Y'all take care. All right.
You
Thank
too.
you,
See y'all.
Later.
See y'all
Same.
Thursday.
JT, big up, my love. Big hugs to you, yeah.
Thank you. Hugs and
Big
kisses
hugs
to
to
you as
you, and we'll chat again. I'm sure on Fifth Live.
well. Most definitely.
Take care, my love. Look after yourself.